What's happening, guys? Happy fucking gravy day. Past the gravy, episode 454. And if you're listening to this a little bit earlier than usual, it's because we're recording a little bit earlier than usual. But if you're not, then just go on as usual. You won't even notice. Hello, everybody in the future. That's how podcasts work. It is.
That is true.
Exactly how it works.
This is not live streamed.
Not live streamed. We tried that once. It didn't go great. But next week, April 16th, Southern Star Brewing Company, you can come watch us live and in the flesh. And we're doing a podcast for our beer release up at Southern Star Brewing Company, Darling Like a Marlin 2, Electric Boogaloo. We did get cease and desisted. Robert alerted me that the shirt that I tried to put up was not allowed. So Southern Star has their own design, and it's great. It's great. So we're going to use that. And we're getting big. We're getting C&D'd. And, that's how you're starting to come up in this world.
What if we started another podcast called the C&D podcast, where we just try and get as many C&Ds as possible? Like we just rip off other people.
Do you get in trouble? Collect scrap metal. That was the podcast.
That's the second half.
That's how half of the podcast is just reading the cease and desist, but we have to do something first.
They're the number one sponsor. That's what it is.
Or they sue the fuck out of us because they're like, this is not affiliated with us at all.
That's the first C&D. That's the first episode.
That's how we started. And then we C&D, their C&D. And just, that's how
we asked all of our sponsors to pay us in $2 bills.
You send them a reverse Uno card. That's what we should have done, Bobby. We should have sent a reverse Uno card. Like, actually, no. Now we're cease and desisting you, buddy.
Not sure what it would.
I wouldn't know what to do. I don't know. It would jam them up in legal.
I bet there's no legal precedent for it.
Sir, you sent an Uno reverse card? Yes. And I stand by that. You're not allowed. My
attorney, Charlie Kelly, assured me that it was allowed in bird law.
He's an expert in bird law. Well, let's get into our opening segment, our pre-comeback kids segment, where we bring in our own thoughts and ideas. I can start us off if you guys would like.
Go for it.
Brought in a couple ideas. Gag reflex. People talk about having a gag reflex in your throat. I'm not going to get into why you might have a gag reflex, but people talk about that. And I feel like your throat is probably not the only place where a gag reflex is on your body, because I think your nose has a gag reflex too. Your nose's gag reflex is just a sneeze. Sneezing is your nose's gag reflex. Like that's exactly what it is. Something gets up there far enough and you just chew. Like maybe it's some pollen, maybe it's something else, but like that is like your nose's gag reflex.
Would it be a gag reflex too if like you're drinking milk and somebody makes you laugh and the milk shoots out of your nose? Is that a gag reflex?
I don't know. I don't think so. Because I feel like the gag reflex, it's like it I guess, yeah, because if you're involuntarily like
expelling something.
Yeah.
Well, you don't even have to expel for the gag. The gag, like, because you can gag without throwing up.
Something triggers it, but something always triggers you to sneeze. A yawn isn't a gag reflex because you can see me yawning and then that makes you do that. A gag, you see, like Pat's yawning because I just talked about it.
Yeah, you just said the word yawn. You can't do that.
But like, gag reflex, though, it's something gets far enough up in your nose. You don't even know that it's up there. And then it does. And then that's your body's response. It is. It's another gag reflex.
You can just power through a sneeze. Does that just make you even more popular?
I've heard that like explodes your chest.
I'm just saying, if like you can, like you're about to sneeze or you're starting to sneeze, but then like you just stop yourself and you don't, you like.
Your eyebrows
like,
are
people going to like you more?
That's too dangerous, man.
That is, yeah. I mean, it's like until somebody proves it officially that like I can hold in a sneeze, I'm not ever going to.
I've
It's
done
like
it.
because what I have learned from people telling me things is it's basically like swallowing a grenade. It's pretty much what I might as well do if I hold a sneeze. Just
I'll
like,
try. I mean, I've done it.
Take
but
the
I
pen
really
out,
don't-
let go.
I don't have any regard for my own life, so I'm not worried about trying these
You're just
things.
gonna all your insides are gonna blow up, and then you'll start expelling it, but only because of this of holding a sneeze in. One
I
gag
expel
reflex
enough
turns
things
into
out of my
another.
body.
Oh, you'll be involuntarily expelling a lot of things when your whole insides blow up.
God, I hope so. That'd be dope.
So we're in agreement though that like sneezing is basically another gag reflex.
Yeah.
A nose gag.
I'm on board.
All right.
It's not the craziest thing you
Just
said.
Alex does science, you know? Just
Not
putting
even
things
close to
together
the
here.
craziest thing he said.
Somebody the other day responded to something I had told them and said, cool beans. And that is a very popular saying people say, but like, what is the coolest of the beans?
Is it the garbanzo? Because it's fun to say.
See, I would say garbanzo is cool, but pinto also might be the coolest sounding. And like, isn't a pinto
Cool.
like a car too? It's also kind of cool. So like,
Those might be the most fun
double
beans,
cool.
but what's the coolest bean?
I was gonna go with Pinto as well.
coffee bean. It's very hip.
And you can do a cold brew.
You can do a cold brew.
So
then
that
it's
would be a cool
physically
bean.
the coolest bean. But I think pinto or coffee has to be the answer.
What about
Garbanzo is
bean
cool.
dip?
Bean dip.
I don't know,
That's not
dude.
They're not cool dip.
What about a
Although
refried
that,
bean?
Maybe we
Everybody
start
loves
cool
a good
dip.
refried bean.
Yeah. But
Black
they
eyed
don't-
peas? Aren't
but
those actually
refried-
beans?
It's like a legume, yeah. But like refried bean doesn't sound cool. Refried beans are good.
Coolest bean?
Pinto sounds cool.
Coolest bean? Beanie Baby.
Most expensive beans, maybe.
Beanbag chair. That's the coolest bean. That's the coolest bean.
I think there's some OnlyFans girls that might say they have more expensive ones of those. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, talking about the
Yeah,
beans?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm talking beans, not boxes. Beans.
Flicking the beans?
So, well, no, collecting Beanie Babies.
That's not what I'm talking about.
So what are we going to agree on then?
I think you guys agreed on Pinto. I
Pen-
think there's
Pinto.
better ones.
Okay.
Or
Yeah, Pat's just throwing out more ideas.
Yeah.
You didn't settle on anything.
yeah, I was just thinking of other ones, and then I was like, wait, those. I was like cashew, macadamia. I'm like, nope, those are nuts. I don't know as much
Yeah.
about beans.
Not as well versed on beans as it is nuts. That'd be a
Sure.
fun mock draft of nuts.
I do love nuts. I've got an extensive knowledge of nuts.
Mm-hmm. That could go bad though. I also speaking of things that people have said to me, like I've heard people say phrases that just kind of made you go, oh, okay. I didn't really try and dig too deep into it, but saw somebody refer to a restroom or a bathroom as a water closet, and just it
No.
broke my brain for a second because I was like, wait,
This isn't 1922.
Okay.
No, cut
why
it out.
would you go? It's not. Oh, it's Europe's fault. Like, oh, let me stop into the water closet. The water closet where I don't pronounce me T's either, and that's I really focus on pronouncing the T's when it's in the middle of a word, like just the bottom of the bottle. That's what I'll say there. The water closet. I'm not going to really pronounce the T. I'll drink the tea, but I won't pronounce it. I don't understand what the fuck. Like, how is it better than restroom or bathroom? At all.
It's not. They're just
Like-
being a dickhead. Did that person
you-
just get back
you-
from a vacation in England?
It was on Reddit, so they may have actually like been in England.
No, fuck England. They have slang for everything, and none of them are the best version of what you could use to say that word.
What about
I mean-
Lou?
Lou, I mean, that's kind of cool because it's like the British version of John. To
Yeah,
me.
no, it just is. It's called a John. If you're gonna call it a name, it's John.
But like people are always like, oh, America has to Americanize everything. It's like, well, yeah, because
you mean improve? We have to improve everything.
Like restroom, bathroom, like what's in a bathroom? A bath a lot of times. Okay, well, there's not one. Well, we'll just call it a restroom.
Makes hey, France, thanks for the croissant. Sense. America, we give you the croissant sandwich.
Yeah. Well, what if we made it better? And they're like, well, you fucking Americans, like, well, we won the war, dude. We could do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
All right. This is our land now. Red coats.
This land is our land.
And go back and hide in your little water closet.
Fucking British people. You're just all teeth and bad syllables.
Just don't fucking say water closet, okay, guys? Stupid. But because water closet makes it seem like someplace where you'd have like just a bunch of like pipes in. Like, oh, these are where all the water pipes go. They just hit them here. Like you'd send some like engineer back there to, or like some guy to like, yeah, I don't know, check it. There's a leaky pipe in the pipe room, the water closet. That's where it is.
There's so many other names for the bathroom. Why would you use water closet? Call it the shitter. Hey, I gotta go hit the shitter. Okay. That's better than water closet. Even if you've never met the person that you're saying it to.
Water closet's a stupid word and we don't need
the crapper.
To say it anymore. That's cool too.
Fucking people. Right. I think we should, you know what? Forget getting involved in Ukraine and Russia. Let's go invade England and just fix them. They've lost their way.
We're an anti-military operation.
What is Britain gonna do?
I don't fucking know.
Their whole navy is like 4 ships now.
I'm just trying to, give peace a chance.
That sounds like what Russia was thinking with Ukraine. What's Ukraine gonna do?
They're
I get both sides.
They're Eastern Europeans. They're scrappy as fuck. You don't fuck with Eastern Europeans. The British, what are they gonna do? Throw tea at us?
Well, no, we would have thrown it overboard already.
That's what we do. We throw the tea.
We
dump the tea. They throw the tea because they have no offensive capabilities. Soap McTavish is not a real person, therefore they have no defenses.
It's a Call of Duty character for most of you.
There's like 6 people that got that. I'm confident.
Yeah, but the majority of our audience did not. So I was trying to explain that for you.
That's how most of my jokes are, baby.
Yeah. And I'm sure you guys love that about Pat. Oh, I got that one.
It's like once every 6 episodes, someone will get one of my jokes and then they just turn into the Leo meme. Ooh. I got that one. I knew it.
Yep. There he is. There it is. Okay. Last thing I brought in today is I was at HEB yesterday and I saw they have the confetti eggs, which were a lot of fun as a kid, but now as an adult, it just gives me anxiety knowing somebody's going to have to clean up all that confetti. Also the like plastic eggs made me think like squirrels have to fucking love Easter more than any other holiday, right? Like all those unfound Easter egg hunt eggs. They're like, oh, what is this? An egg? It's plastic. This is bullshit. But then actually it's just chocolate or jelly beans. Like it's a sweet little dessert they find. They might initially think, oh, cool, I found a chicken egg. I will feast. And then their initial disappointment realizing it's fake is only removed when they realize that it's a nice, tasty treat that they get. Hopefully that it's not too melted.
Now this isn't a specific holiday, but I think squirrels prefer baseball season.
Well, that's not a holiday.
But okay, opening day. Because everybody's got peanuts. They're going to drop a lot of those peanuts. Squirrels like nuts. 4th of July would probably be a great day to be a squirrel.
But you have to be... 4th of July would be a great day to be a squirrel. But like, to me, it's like you always are set on... Like, it could rain, but there's always going to be fucking Easter egg hunts, though, I feel like. And if it rains and they've already set the Easter eggs out the night before, then boom. That's more for you as a squirrel. I think baseball, you have to be in the vicinity. They're squirrels, dude. They're foragers. You telling me a squirrel is going to find a Reese's and not eat it?
Yeah, a bunch of squirrels jacked up on sugar. That'd be awesome.
People just get those those tables that they put into the side of trees, and like squirrels will just climb up it and be like, "What's this? I'm eating it." That's how squirrels work, bro.
Squirrels are pretty chill. I think I'd like to have a pet squirrel. I mean, I know it would be a pain in the ass and it wouldn't work out well, but like just having a little buddy right here on my shoulder that I'm just like feeding peanuts to the whole podcast.
I had a sugar glider. Yeah, I had a
No,
sugar
I want a
glider
squirrel.
when I
I want a
was.
squirrel.
Well, it's like a flying squirrel, which is I would argue is the coolest squirrel.
I don't want that.
You can
I want
fly.
a regular squirrel.
They could mostly just glide. It was cool. His name was Schnipta Prakash. I've told this story before.
You're doing too much with that name, man. You're doing too
Oh,
much.
I didn't buy him. I had a friend who
He's
was
a fucking
moving,
squirrel. I'm pretty sure you could change his name.
well, his family was moving to Egypt, and he was like, "Do you want to keep my sugar glider?" And I was like, "That sounds tight." And I thought it was like a remote control airplane. Had no idea it was a living, breathing creature. And so he's like, "Yeah, well, you need to come get the cage." And I was like, "The cage? What?" And I showed up, and it was this little like black and white and gray little fucking dude named Schnipta, and we were buddies. And like I had this little bag, it had all the NFL team logos on it, and you'd put it around your neck, and you were supposed to get him used to your scent and your sound and your smell. And so like I did that. Like when I'd get home and I'd do homework from school, and like I'd sit at my desk, and he'd just kind of hang out, and then he'd start coming out eventually when he got comfortable, and he'd chill, and like he'd nip at you. He'd nip at you, but like didn't hurt me too bad. But you'd just feed him like an apple. You'd slice up an apple, and you'd watch this little dude just go to town on this apple. It was cool. And he'd like squirrels. I've heard make the sound because they like squirrel talk to my dog sometimes when they're talking shit. But like he'd be like, but like squirrelier than that. And it was like you could tell he was like trying to be like, "Yo, what's up, dude?" And I was like, sometimes you just like I'm vibing with Schnipta, and then I went to college and I couldn't like I had a dorm, so you can't really take a squirrel into a dorm. And then he wasn't as tight with me like when I came back. So then he passed away, and it was really sad. But like,
Yeah, you abandoned him.
oh, I had to go to college, bro. I was furthering my education.
You say so.
I thought he lived a pretty happy life, and you could take him at the stairs, and he'd like jump down and he'd glide to you. It was pretty sick.
That's pretty sick. That is pretty sick. I still just want a regular squirrel.
Just saying, look into sugar gliders.
Texas State, man, they had some wild squirrels out there, man. They just fucking fight and attack people. You had to be on your toes.
Okay. You know what? Not just Texas State. Every fucking college in the world has like
Our squirrels were special.
The squirrels here are so like Robert at U of H. They were like, "Oh, these squirrels are so crazy, man. They'll just walk right up to you. They're not even fazed by people."
Yeah.
You don't know. You didn't
like,
go to Texas
they're
State.
around people. They're used to it.
Nope, ours were different.
They have tons of people walk by them on a regular basis, so they're not like, "Oh, I'm going to scatter every time anybody walks by." Hey, there's these fucking kids, and sometimes they give me food. Like, yeah, all squirrels on college campuses are just like, wow, they're wild and wacky.
Yeah, but ours are wilder and wackier.
No, they're not. They're like exactly like every other one.
No, they're ranked. Check out Squirrel Magazine. You'll see.
Oh, yeah, I haven't got this week's episode or this week's issue.
It's quarterly, so you don't even know what you're talking about.
Well, dude, I lost my subscription in the move.
Well, that's on you.
Hopefully they've gone digital. I'll buy a new one. You know what? Get it to me as a Christmas present next year.
Squirrels can't type. They write that shit by hand.
Old magazines that they've nibbled. This is an ESPN magazine from 1998.
Yeah, but there's nuts buried in it, and they've nibbled the edges. It's Squirrel Quarterly.
I can't read half the articles. They're just missing most of the pages.
I mean,
this is what they do.
They
don't have a printing press, all right?
Don't mess with the squirrels, man.
But I do think like Easter, like thinking about it makes the most sense that like that's a squirrel's favorite holiday.
I'm still gonna say 4th of July because everyone does picnics and a bunch of food gets left behind. So squirrels and ants, it's a big day for them.
Huge day for ants.
Yeah.
Huge day for ants.
Yeah, every day is a good day to be a squirrel, man. Just doing squirrel shit.
Right, but favorite holidays though, I just think they got
St. Patty's Day would probably be cool too. People are probably going to be feeding beer to squirrels.
Yeah, but I feel like not as much as like.
I'm going to stick with 4th of July. I'm going to say 4th of July. I respect your answer though.
Well, fine. Guess you don't want to go with God's holiday.
Yeah, sure.
Did anybody else bring anything in today?
Yeah, I got 2. One, scrolling through Twitter, got another great band name, Teenage Duck Murder. Just sounds like a great band name.
It's solid. I like that.
Yeah.
Did you add it to the list?
I wish I had I should have pinned it a long time ago because I just tweet them out. Maybe I should pin this
You
and then
just
just start
search
doing
for the
it
tweet and then you
in a thread.
just create the thread.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to do that, but I'll figure it out. I'm still such a novice at Twitter. Do I just go onto my page or type in my name, my @ and the words, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll figure it out. And then my other one is the cold weather went away too quickly. I wasn't there wasn't a warning that hey, it's not going to be cold anymore the rest of the year, and I'm just not ready to let go. We're officially done. There's no more cold days left, aside from the random cold day in the middle of hot days that Texas likes to throw at you.
There was kind of a warning, though. I mean, there's weather forecasts that show you.
I'm sorry. There should be billboards. Hey, guys, winter's over. Get ready.
Temperature alert.
My AC is going to be on for 9 months now. I didn't have time to mentally prepare for that shit, you know? You kind of know, it's the time of year when this is going to be happening. But nobody said, hey, by the way, this is the last week of cold weather we're going to have all year. Fucking enjoy it, guys. Then all of a sudden it's just 82 on the low days now. I think we got 2 days. These next 2 days are supposed to be in the 70s. But after that, it's just lowest you're going to get is 82.
I mean, you can look at a weather report for a couple of weeks from now, right?
No,
you can.
I need what are our tax dollars for?
It's a great question.
Our government does nothing right. They can't fucking give me a warning.
For all the politicians to go golfing, that's what it looks like it's for.
Hot Wheels can't spend our money fucking giving me some warnings on billboards.
Because when it gets warm, the wheels only get hotter. As does the planet.
I was talking about the governor.
But
That's his nickname. That's his nickname is Hot Wheels.
I thought you meant the company Hot Wheels.
No, Hot Wheels can do no wrong.
Luckily, I don't make fun of disabled people, Pat. So that wasn't where my mind went. And
okay, that's fine. I treat everybody equally, and I'll make fun of everybody because everyone's equal in my eyes. Good. You continue to baby and otherize people with disabilities. I won't. I'm going to treat them like I would treat everybody else, poorly.
I'm just pointing out that I treat everybody like shit. So fuck all y'all.
Yeah. I'll give everybody a slightly insensitive nickname. That's how you know I kind of like you. Just if it's really insensitive, that's when you know I don't like you.
Okay. You say those words? You call people those things?
No, I know where to draw the line.
Okay. Good. Let's hope so. Robert, what did you bring in today besides food? What are you eating?
A sandwich from not Kenny and Ziggy's. Too expensive. No, turkey sandwich. Chicken
sandwich. Wow. Thanks, Sam.
Robert doesn't see colors or taste flavors. He doesn't know the difference between turkey and flavors.
It just tastes like gray.
You can also.
Holy shit, I was not ready for that. That's great. Oh,
I do have
what did you have for us?
I do have some stuff, but I want to save it for maybe come back in or not cool. Yeah, I think it's better for those segments.
All right. Yeah, you know what? You contributed enough with that one line, so I'll give you that.
It's like Robert, his teacher's like, hey, did you do your homework? I did, but I'd like to save it for the term paper if you don't mind.
But I feel like it's some of my best work, and I wouldn't want to burn it on this. Robert is like, you know what? I actually think it'd be better for the answers segment, so we're gonna move it to that. And then we're like, it's actually more something that's more appropriate for next week's podcast. Let's table it for a week. I think it's gonna hit harder next week.
That was a good way to get around it. I like that.
All right, let's move on then to the Comeback Kid segment. Solid pre-com segment, everybody. And Robert, you have a lot of hype now as you finish up that chicken sandwich.
Yes.
All right. Southern Star Brewing Company, our good friends over there, the official beer sponsor of Pass the Gravy and this week's Comeback Kid segment. Next week, we are going to be up at Southern Star, 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe. April 16th, next Saturday at the brewery. Darling Like a Marlin 2, Electric Boogaloo, the Mango Sour. You guys bought all of the blackberry sour we put out last year when we came out with Darling Like a Marlin. They're giving us Darling Like a Marlin too. And I asked them to make sure that it was electric and not just in taste, but I think they're going to shock the beer. I specifically wanted them to, like, in the vat of beer, just drop a toaster on the top of it. And just, I want it to be like, this is electrical, man. So that's going to be the Boogaloo.
And then you're going to boogie.
Right.
There's boogie.
We'll have to come up with some sort of dance for the electric boogaloo when we this is not the actual electric boogaloo. We need to learn that though. We need to figure that
electric
out.
Shuffle.
We could do that. That's a good one. Electric slide. But yeah, Darling Like a Marlin 2. We're gonna have 3 bands following us. Kyle Garrett is going to be before us. He just released a new single, Wild Child. Go check it out. He's going the country route now, and he's kicking ass. He's got a video coming out for that. We'll promote him as well. We're going to put out a video promoting the whole event next week too, but on our Facebook page, you can get all the details. 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe. We're going to probably go on around, I'd say like 12:31 maybe. Then after us, we got 3 bands. So you got all kinds of entertainment. We're going to be hanging out with you guys after that. And it's going to be, as Pat would say, a great time next Saturday.
A great time.
Up at the brewery. And then the following weekend, they have Crawdads for America. And Southern Star Brewing Company, can't go wrong with there. I was crushing some bombshell blondes at a crawfish boil that I went to this weekend. We're going to be crushing some Southern Star out at the Rod Ryan Show charity golf tournament tomorrow with some of the Gravy Gang. We're going to be bringing a whole cooler full of Southern Star. And you can't go wrong with the Southern Star. Something for everybody up there at Southern Star Brewing Company. If you're drinking at the brewery, telling you part of the Gravy Gang, they'll hook you up. They know that we're family. We know that they're family. They're tight. And Southern Star Brewing Company. They're also going to have merch, Darling Like a Marlin 2 merch that did not get cease and desisted that will be available for purchase at Southern Star on Saturday, April 16th. And that's going to be kind of cool because we had the Southern Star, like the 300th episode. We had those blue shirts that we had. And I liked that, like, it was like, you can only get them there, the limited edition. And it's like, I was there. I got these cool shirts while I saw the guys doing the live pod. So you're not going to want to miss it, or you're not going to get a shirt. That's the greatest punishment of all.
Yeah,
they're also going to have pint glasses too.
I got an early not cool for that too. I booked my hotel room for it down the street, and it says the check-in's at like 3. Like, well, I'm going to be already partying by that time, man.
Just hang on to your stuff. It's still late. You good?
Oh, I know, but it's just, come on, man. Let me just check in. I'm going to swing by like early in the day, man. Can I just fucking check in now?
Early check-in. Come on, let me do it.
Come on, guys.
Let me do it.
I'm gonna be really hammered in
I'm
like
being
4
responsible.
hours.
I'm being responsible. That's what I'm doing here. But yeah, Southern Star Brewing Company, best beer in the entire world. If you're drinking a Southern Star, tag them on Twitter or Instagram at Southern Star Brewing Co. and at Southern Star BC, and tag us as well at Pass the Gravy Pod. Let them know you're supporting the people supporting the podcast. And Southern Star Brewing Company, the official sponsor of our Comeback Kids segment. It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch. All right. Our first Comeback Kid this week is Nextdoor. Because, guys, I bit the bullet. And I got on Nextdoor. And I got to say, I really overhyped it in my head. I thought there was just going to be some juicy shit every single day. There's absolutely not. No. But the 2 things that I've really picked up on in the last week of being on Nextdoor is every noise people think is a gunshot, about like twice every 2 or 3 days at least. Somebody's like, I think I just heard a gunshot. I'm off of here and here. And then like somebody else was like, oh, well, our power also went out around that time. It could have just been that. Could have been. And then also they'll just ask like, did anybody else hear sirens around this time off of here? And I've liked to just respond because my name I forgot is Caleb Crawdad on that. So Caleb Crawdad will respond and just say it sounded like sirens from perhaps a cop car, an ambulance, or a fire truck. And then they'll ask me follow-up questions like if I know what it was for, and then I just don't respond. But it sounded like a fire truck, ambulance, or cop car. Probably where it came from. Does anybody know? It's like, why? Why do you need to know? You don't need to know.
I've got a juicy one.
I heard a loud dog barking the other day. And it's like they'll like write stuff from like a couple of days ago that like then following up. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't remember if a dog was barking 2 days ago.
As you said, Nextdoor, I was like, oh, I should pull mine up. I haven't checked it in a little while ago. Someone is living in the woods at Colin Park by the baseball fields. Please be careful walking there alone. I didn't see him, but I heard his radio playing. The woods are heavily grown in the area. It'd be easy for someone to hide in there. What? You sure you just didn't hear somebody else hiking without headphones in?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't do any follow up on this, but this is what I think is happening, and it's the worst case scenario. There's here's
the best thing is just I decided to pull open the comments and it just jumps to like 20 down there. Welcome to Joe Biden's America.
Dude, yeah, there is a lot of like undercover.
This has nothing to do with the president. People have been homeless for various reasons for centuries. Some of my favorite people are unhoused. Wait, what? The only difference between them and us is one crisis. This is just getting better.
Ain't that the truth, brother? No, like it is like the like underlying like sense of like racism is a lot on it too. Like there was some restaurant that they were like the music was too damn loud. And they were like, yeah, that whole part of that street, I don't go down anymore. The way, nothing's personally happened to me, but just the way people dress, act, look at you. And you're like, dude, just come on, man. Everybody knows what you're saying, right? Like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, why did you want to type that? The way they look at you. Like, you went on a public thing and we're like, I'm going to type this out and fucking. Dude, the weirdest fucking people are next door.
Your name and picture are displayed.
I don't know how Caleb Crawdad is mine, but like I'm stoked that it is, so I can like anonymously just post shit because I've already like 3 times just been like, yeah, probably a fire truck, ambulance, or cop car. It's probably what it is. But like they're just like little like my husband and I were sitting outside on our porch and there was a lady walking around barefoot. Anybody know any about her whereabouts? I don't know if she was okay. And it's like, maybe she just didn't have shoes on and was outside. I don't, why? It's not your problem. It's not your problem, man or lady. Like, just relax.
At least once a month, I see there's a suspicious car driving around the neighborhood and be like, they're probably looking for their friend's house. Maybe it's their first time going there. It's always that. Just people looking out their front windows, terrified of the world. Going like, I don't recognize that car. Well, how many fucking cars do you recognize? Do you memorize every car in your neighborhood? That's a fucking weird thing to do. I want to get on there and be like, hey, there's a crazy person living at such and such address and they're staring out of their window at me just so they can respond and be like, what are you doing looking at my windows? What are you doing looking out your windows? Get in your house, weirdo.
Abby on mine right now is writing. There's a person that was in a blue collared shirt with braids showed up at my doorstep trying to inspect my ADT equipment. Seems suspicious. This is the second time he's come. He also has in a truck. Has anyone seen this person? Is he genuine? And then hair, black braided, top, blue shirt, bottom, pants. The bottom, he was wearing pants. That was
great description.
Great description. Age, 30-ish, male, race, black. And it's like he could also just be an ADT guy.
I don't know. Why don't you call ADT?
Call the number of the fucking truck, dumbass. Like, I don't.
Like, call ADT and be like, do you guys have somebody in our area checking homes? And they're like, no, we don't. You're like, okay,
they're cool. Like husband or wife are probably like at work. They're like, yeah, no, I fucking scheduled an ADT appointment. Our fucking security system's been out for 2 days. Like, why the fuck won't you let them? Well, I don't know. They're showing up acting suspiciously. How? Asking to check out your security system? I made an appointment with Comcast, and the Comcast guy, there's a guy showed up claiming to be from Comcast. Yes, he was in a Comcast truck. But does anybody know if this guy's legit?
Just like the people that post on there, like we said, just they say they're from X company. You don't know. You didn't set up a thing. Call X company. Just call the company and be like, is there supposed to be a guy out here? No. Okay, then you contact the authorities. Just be like, hey, somebody's trying to like get into houses, but like it's 90% of these complaints are like the easiest things to solve.
Absolutely. Hey, my pipe is dripping. Does anybody have any idea what could be causing that? Sounds like a leak. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Just giving the most vague responses, like aside from my cops, ambulance, or fire truck response. I'm just gonna be like something that sort of hints towards something, but it doesn't really offer an excuse. And then also, remember a couple weekends ago on Twitter when I was like, I'm just gonna be policing the streets and like, oh, somebody has a stuffed tiger. Hey, PETA, dangerous animal. Somebody's just got in the back of their car. What are we gonna do about this? Like, I'm gonna start being like, did anybody see this person driving around with a lion?
It's the dumbest.
I'm gonna add to it.
The people post it, or when they're asking for suggestions, like, how do I fix this? You're like, well, one, you call a contractor, or two, go on YouTube. Why are you asking Nextdoor?
Well, I'm typing. I'm busy. I'm the watchdog this community needs.
Like, if you're asking us how to fix it, and then you're gonna read my words and then try and fix your fucking pipe inside of your wall, no, go on YouTube, you psychopath.
I really want to become a watchdog, though. I want to be like so hardcore into Nextdoor. Just giving updates. Hey, you guys, I saw this red car driving down the street and it didn't stop or anything, but anybody know whose car that is? It's a nice car.
You could just be like, I'm being extorted out of money, and every day I see them go back into the office downstairs. Can anyone identify these people? And just like shit talk your apartment complex through Nextdoor.
I'm being extorted. And the only way they said that they'll stop is if you listen to Pass the Gravy podcast now. Skip the part where they talk about Nextdoor. Not
They're
me.
Forcing me to pay for trash services I don't use.
Look, hey, I know about that place.
That's what you should do. Start a Nextdoor.
I'm gonna be such a fucking. I'm gonna be the hero this community needs, though. After making fun of the people that think they're doing that, I am that person now. This is my community. I'm the captain now. Alex Middleton, watchdog at your service.
You need to get a cape and wear it around your apartment complex.
No, I need to be incognito. It's like Batman didn't let everybody know where he was.
Oh, just get a
time to do a deed.
And on the sleeve, have the shirt have like a picture of a watch and a dog, and it's just like it's code for people. Be like, I'm the watchdog. We're like,
I want to get like a guardian angels like outfit. You like a red beret.
That's not incognito.
Shirt. Yeah, but like that guy seems like I don't want to mess with him.
Just dress exactly like Mac from It's Always Sunny. You got to get the suspenders, a little souvenir bat that you carry around. Crime will not be tolerated in this apartment complex.
No siree, crime. Verbal meme. I am Will Smith, and crime in my neighborhood is Chris Rock. Because it's gone. Somebody make that.
Alex, glad that crime.
I like though that like me shitting on Nextdoor just went from like I'm gonna use it more just because I hate it so much. I'm gonna use it more though.
It's so
and also
bad
I'm gonna solve this crime problem. We should just start a watchdog group.
We all live in different places.
Yeah, think of how much more ground we can cover. How much
Sector A,
a wider area is. We triangulate the area and we just make sure we lock it down.
Just one guy for each like 45 square mile area.
If we came up with enough bullshit, like we could like get on a news station and be like, these local citizens banded together using a local app called Nextdoor to help fight crime. Yeah, I just saw bad things going on in my neighborhood and I couldn't stand it. I couldn't sit by any longer. So I went out and I got a couple of my friends and, we started a crime podcast. It's called Pass the Gravy. You can listen to wherever you listen to podcasts. And, we detail what crimes happen. Like, hold on, I'm getting another update. Like, and who is this coming from? It's Nextdoor. It's coming from Nextdoor. Oh, sirens again. Sirens in the neighborhood. I'll be back. Got to go investigate.
We were all just hi Sam. We were all just tired of all the random vehicles driving through our neighborhoods, and we knew we had to do something about it. But yeah, well, there's an elementary school in your neighborhood, and that's called a pickup line. Yeah, I just, I couldn't stand for it.
Looks like a bunch of low lifes gathering around every day. Around
people just every day parking in front of my house and then
blocking
just
traffic
there. I feel like they're casing the joint. You can see their kids get in the car.
There's flashing light.
There's a cross guard right there. I remember one time I was coming home from work and the pickup line was literally like blocking like half the fucking neighborhood. And the cross guard's at the walk, and like my entire street is blocked to where like I can't turn down it unless I just drive down the wrong side of the street. Like I rolled down my window. And I was like, hey, I'm just going right there. And the lady goes, you live here? And I go, yeah. And she goes, just drive down the fucking street then. She was like, just blow right by him. Who gives a shit? I was like, all right, this crosswalk lady's fucking legit. She's the crime dog that we all
she is, yeah.
Or the crime stopper that we all aspire to be.
Sniffing out crime and putting a stop to it. Robert, are you on Nextdoor yet? You should do it.
I absolutely do not want.
How are you gonna patrol your neighborhood? It's like it's the best version of slacktivism ever. Like you don't have to leave your couch. You're just on your phone complaining about sounds you hear. You don't go out and like, well, I went to go look and see where the sirens were going, and no, I sat here and I got on the app and I just asked other people if they heard that.
I could see there being like one person on there who's just like, I heard the sound. So I pulled out my $3,000 drone and I flew it up over the neighborhood to see what was going on. I didn't find anything.
Why'd you write this to everybody? Well, I already started, so sorry, the story's not juicier.
I put on the infrared, and it seems like some of you have a lot of heat lamps inside your garage.
I just would like to point out, since we're now going to be a crime podcast, please let iTunes and Spotify know to like also add us to the crime podcast category. I feel like maybe that's where we get that's our niche.
I feel like we need to specify, are we a crime podcast or an anti-crime podcast?
We are anti-crime, but we cover crime. We cover crime. We're basically the news now.
Okay, because I was like, for a second, I was like, wait, are we going to go out and start?
We're like maybe a murder mystery podcast. I don't know. I don't know what Nextdoor is going to have for me next week. I have no idea, Pat. I'm only one man, one watchdog in this whole community. Try and keep it safe.
We watch the movie Clue, and then we recap it. That's our murder mystery podcast.
Absolutely, could be. We played a game of Clue and flashlight tag.
That would be great, if we did play a game of Clue.
It's like Dwight, Knights of the Night. That was his like community policing group. And they were like, well, we went out patrolling the community, ended up in a game of flashlight tag. Yep.
That's hard not to do.
You can give me a flashlight and you tell me. Flashlight a bunch of boys. We're not going to break out a game of flashlight tag. Yeah, right.
Man, I haven't played flashlight tag in years. That game was so much fun.
Robert, you probably never did. You always had screens in front of you, didn't you? The youths, they'll never know what it was like back in the day.
His generation's flashlight tag, they just use the flashlights on their cell phones.
My generation, I think we're the same generation.
I know. I like just pretending that Robert's 25 years younger than us.
I mean, he basically is. What do we have, a 6-7 year age gap? That's massive in the technology age.
That's like 2 presidential campaigns, basically.
You were in elementary school when we were graduating high school.
That's pretty wild.
Or something like that.
Isn't it just like a 4 or 5 year age gap?
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 27.
What year did you graduate?
God, for some reason I thought Robert was like 25.
What year did you graduate high school?
2013.
2013. Yeah, we were 08.
5 year gap.
So not that massive, but it feels like it.
Massive in technology ages.
Dude, if we were like, we're hanging out with this guy, Robert, he's 5 grades below us. They're like, what? You know, like we'd get roasted back in the day. Luckily, we can be friends with you now because we chose to fight crime instead of bully people.
I still like bullying people sometimes.
Well, that's why we fight crime.
I fight bullies and then I bully them.
Yeah, we find the bad guys and then we bully them back for bullying other people.
That's right. You guys focus on the crime. I'm gonna go to local schools and find out who the bullies are, and I'm gonna bully the children who are bullying other children. I totally can.
Pat's not supposed to go to school anymore because of that.
There's nothing keeping me away from schools. All right,
except maybe
I'm a sovereign citizen. I don't follow your laws.
Speaking of being children, like our age gaps, but Fortnite, I'm into that game now. I'm on board with Fortnite. And I believe originally when everybody started hopping on Fortnite, I was like, I can't get on this because I know how it's going to end. And it ended that way. Like I was thinking about Fortnite today and I was like, I have to go home podcast. Damn it. Monday and Tuesday are usually my gaming days. I only got Monday this week, but I did play some Fortnite.
I got to clear some space. I think all my friends are starting to re-download it now that there's no building. I got to download it again too.
I don't understand the building. I do not understand what.
So there's
you can just build houses though. You can though. You can also play where there's building.
Yeah, but we're not going to play that.
Right.
The builders surpassed us long ago. That's like when we stopped playing. It was like, 13-year-old kids are building fucking mega structures in 4 seconds when you pop off one shot in their general vicinity.
Yeah, I don't understand the point of it, but it's
it is a lot of fun though when you don't have to deal with that bullshit.
It's a lot of fun, and it's like a dumbed down Call of Duty, I feel like. Which
is perfect for you.
Exactly. I was like, I think I can get way better at this than I could at Call of Duty.
It's I've been meaning to re-download it because the boys have been doing it, and I don't know, maybe I don't think I can download it in time for tonight, but we'll do it soon.
Maybe after golf tomorrow. Maybe after golf tomorrow we hop on.
Oh, we'll be terrible.
But we hopped on Call of Duty last year after golf. We were terrible, but
okay.
It's camaraderie. It's all about the camaraderie, bro.
It's about the boys.
Just, getting dubs with the boys. I got second on the second game I ever played. Now good. I did just hide out. I hid till the very end, and then I had to kill some people. But then,
sometimes you gotta do that.
Yeah.
It's been so long since we played though. Like, I'm gonna be so trash, but
dude, no, that'll put us on an even playing field.
It's cartoons. It's fun.
Yeah, I'm a dog. My guy's a dog. It's cool.
You dog.
It's wacky. But he's like a little pug with a hoodie on.
I don't even remember what my character's on.
Obviously, I want that guy.
I don't even remember. See, now I'm excited. Hey, let's just end the podcast. Go
Fortnite
right now.
Fortnite, guys, it's back. All right, Gravy Gang, get on it. Hit me up. We'll link up on the Xbox. I think you can cross-platform too, though, right?
I think
Robert, you should get Fortnite for PlayStation. Do it.
If we can upplay, yeah, I'll do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do it.
I think a stream of Cream plays. I believe I see him on there from time to time. So.
Yeah, he's on.
So
Brandon, my buddy Brandon. Every time I see that name on Xbox, someone's like, Stream of Cream.
I just think Stream of Cream because we've got so many Brandons now. I can't keep track anymore.
Yeah,
we're collecting Brandons like they're going out of style.
Brandons, and then we have Brett Brandon, who's also a Brandon.
Yeah,
even though that's his last name, but still it's a name of his.
Let's go, Brandons.
Yeah. We don't take sides on this.
No, I want to support.
We're a crime podcast, not a politics podcast, Pat.
I'm trying to support our Brandons. If you don't want to support the people that support us, that's fine.
We do support them. We're gonna get flagged on YouTube now because you're saying things like that.
I said Brandon's plural.
Well, let's hope that YouTube understood that. All right. So Fortnite's back, guys. I'm glad that it was an easy sell. I thought I was really gonna have to hard sell you to get back into Fortnite. I felt like you guys left for Halo and were never coming back. And it's really lonely on the gaming with the boys when all the boys play a different game. And you're like, I'm just gonna sit here and just play on my own.
I've just been playing Assassin's Creed lately anyway. I've been solo on that.
Well, just wait.
There's a new game though that we're gonna have to that I'm gonna be playing soon. I don't know about Robert if he's gonna be playing it, but baseball's back.
Baseball is a comeback kid this week.
Yeah. Thursday they're back, which means MLB The Show is about to be back. Robert, you getting it?
I think so. I haven't gotten it since I think 19. I used to get every single year, so I think I'm coming back this year.
Well, last year was the first year I got it because it was the first year on Xbox. So maybe me and Robert will have to have some showdowns online.
You can
See how it
play with
goes.
the Red Sox, and he can play with the Astros. So y'all can both.
No,
be your favorite
I don't
team.
like playing against teams I like. You do 3 randoms and you play with that. That's the fairest way to do it online. But either way, fake baseball and real baseball back. Starting Thursday, the opening game of the season, Red Sox versus Yankees. Rivalries are back, boys.
Rivalries. They're back. And I don't.
Just a
I'm
beautiful.
not really excited about baseball this season. I'm not even excited.
Why? The Yankees are going to be good. Not.
I'm just gonna go in with no expectation, and then.
Well, it's
I'll be like,
you
I'm
guys
ha-
are
I'm-
going to be
I'm
good.
happy.
And then it's going to be weird when halfway through the season, when the letter gets unredacted and then Cashman gets fired. No, actually, are they going to make you? See, I don't know which one
Would
I
it be
want.
a bad? Would it be a bad thing if Cashman? got
That's
fired?
do I want Cashman to get fired or do I want him to be forced to stay there? The Yankees are going to lose 75 draft picks for being a bunch of crybaby bitches that were doing the same thing. You're going to be forced to keep
Hey,
Aaron
if
Boone on a
everybody does
25-year
it,
contract.
I don't think if everybody does it, it should be cool with everybody. So
No, we got. If you
including
guys want to give
it
us
should be
back
cool.
AJ
Hey,
Hinch,
everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it.
then we get back AJ Hinch.
Everybody's doing it, dude. That's
And then
everybody. All
fucking-
the Astros fans said everybody's doing it. So you can't be mad. You can't be like, we'll
Kid-
punish them. No, everybody's doing it. You didn't think you guys deserved a punishment?
Above all
Everybody's doing
things,
it.
though, with that, the most ridiculous one was Beltran coming out this week and being like, "Dude, I don't understand. Like, if they had told us to stop, we would have." And then
He's got
I'm
a
the
fucking
only
book
one that
coming out.
gets
He's
sick.
definitely got he's gonna have a Canseco book coming out. That's the
Well,
only
he goes,
reason.
"Why am I
he's
the
going to
only
do
one
this shit.
signaled out? Because you're the one that brought it to the team, you asshole." Like, why is my name the only one that got there? Because every player on the team was like, "Yeah, Carlos is the one who told us that we were behind the times and we need to do it."
Yeah, so this was part of the stuff that I said I'll talk about later. That it was the Carlos Beltran thing, and the was it Brian Cashman who said the Astros did what was
Yeah, that was
horrific,
dumb, man.
and they're like yeah,
That was
why
dumb.
why are you saying that?
Yeah,
I'm just
just
so it's like it's such a
absolutely ridiculous.
stupid art. Like it was funny. Like it's 5 years ago. It was 5 years.
That's
It's
the
like
other
it was
thing.
it was funny like in 2018, 2019, like then when everybody went back to the ballparks, it was like, okay, it's kind of funny to watch the Astros get booed. Like I get that. But it's like the jokes are old, man. Like none of it's funny. Like as a Yankees fan, it's like, shut the fuck up. I don't give a shit, man. I said everybody was cheating the whole time. I don't fucking care, man. I want everybody to cheat. Cheating's tight. Like, let's all cheat. I want to see pitchers duels. I want to see fucking bombs. Let's all cheat and do steroids. Like, let's bring steroids back. They should pick, like, you should have to designate like 2 players that have to do steroids on each team.
Alex gets engaged, and now all of a sudden he's pro cheating. What's going on, man?
Well, in sports, buddy.
Okay.
In sports. All right.
Dude, that and then Sale. I think it was yesterday. Sale was given an interview, and he goes, which by the way, that sucks for them. 60-day DL to start the year for their best pitcher.
Sick rib.
But he was given.
Good thing we didn't use him instead of Adam. You know, we would have fucked.
Yeah, he was given an interview, and he goes, "Hey, my feelings are, if they were the only ones doing it, yes, they should be punished. But I know for a fact they weren't the only ones doing it." And you're like, yes, so many players have said this since it all came out from all around the league, different teams. Like, yes, the Astros weren't the only ones. This is a league-wide problem. But Buster Olney refuses to fucking mention any of that ever. He's such a little dweeb.
Do you like him less than Jeff Passan?
I do. Because Passan's a little dweeb too, but like I've seen Passan at least cover some of the other stuff.
He's more punchable though, right?
Oh,
he's a more punchable face.
He's way more punchable. He's way more punchable.
His ears are already like it already looks like he's been punched a little bit, and his ears went bloop. Because
but Buster Olney like
punched.
All of these guys that were shocked by it and appalled by what was happening in the sport that they love so much. When the casual fans knew that cheating was going on before this broke. Like everyone knew sign stealing was part of it, not to the extent it was happening, but to be someone who covers the game of baseball every day, and it is your profession for 35 years, and you were shocked and appalled and had no idea this was going on, well, that means you're really bad at your fucking job. Because it was an open secret.
Say less, dog. Say less, dude. You know?
I've had this conversation 40 times on this podcast.
It is just I'm so sick of both sides because like Yankees Twitter on their side being like, "Whoa, y'all are cheaters," blah 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 blah, but like don't open the letter and all of this. It's like fucking no. Everybody's cheaters, guys. Everybody's cheaters. Just shut the fuck up. And then Astros fans be like, Yankees fans just can't get over the fact. And it's like, well, you're also the one still talking about it too. So like, it's fucking 5 years ago. Move on. Just fucking play. Just fucking play.
And then the Dodgers fans are out there being cunts, collecting all the talent in the world, and like, hey, you're still gonna fuck it up.
Oh,
With your Mickey Mouse championship.
always. I'd take a Mickey Mouse championship right now, honestly. Which is
everyone
absolutely
would take
what this
one,
season. Which is
but people that
absolutely
hate
what this
you-
season is going to be if the Yankees don't win.
Everyone will take the Mickey Mouse championship.
Lockout shortened season. I mean, I know they made up the games, but still, nope, doesn't count. They didn't have time to prepare.
60 games, man. Didn't have time to get injuries and all this
Dude.
stuff.
Yep, bullshit.
No fans for you to choke in front of.
Had to play in Dallas. Like, what the fuck was that? That was weird.
Stupid.
So baseball. Baseball's back. And because baseball's back, we're going to do a mock draft of baseball nicknames coming up here in a little bit. Yeah, real quick. Other comeback kid. Last one is golf because the Masters starts. We don't really care about that as much as a lot of people, but like it's cool. I'll probably watch a little bit of the Masters. I'll definitely bet on it blindly.
Tiger's supposed to be in it.
Tiger's supposed to be in that. And then we got the Gravy Hole 2 Electric Boogaloo, courtesy of our buddy Bro Brad, who apparently can't come. He cannot come out to the tournament, and that's going to be a real bummer. But we appreciate him. Thank you for making a generous donation. And
Has he been to one?
No.
Yeah,
Not
like
since the Gravy Hole has been.
he's
thing.
bought the Gravy Hole, but never shows up.
He's a great guy, though.
Mhm.
Yeah, we have a Gravy Zaddies team of some of the Gravy Zaddies that are going to be playing. Looking forward to seeing them out there. And then we got Kenya and Josh Tree are making the biscuits and gravy shots. We're going to be having there too. We're going to bring some coolers full of Southern Star to drink, and it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time tomorrow at Wildcat Golf Club.
It's gonna be a great time.
Next year, Gravy Gang should just buy all of the slots. So like we can just have like every team will be Gravy Gang. That'd be tight.
Be
And then
expensive.
we just kind of take, but it's for charity, so you can probably write it off, and you're like, and we just get to hang out.
Maybe we'll get Elon Musk to invest in it.
When he does invest in things, he can do a lot of change.
Yeah.
He can do a lot of change. But yeah, golf comeback kid this week. Just kind of, we should have probably done golf and then baseball, but that's not how it went. It's not how it went. But baseball is a comeback kid, which is leading to our mock draft of baseball nicknames. Let's recap our mock draft of Will Smith from last week. Pat getting a dub. He got 54% of the vote. I was
First or
second.
last. That's all I do. First or last.
I was in second with 29%, and Robert had 17% in third place. So on the season through 6 weeks, everybody is tied with 2 wins apiece. It's closer than ever. Closer than
Hope
ever,
everyone
guys.
has fun.
And to honor baseball starting up this year, we are going to do baseball nicknames. They have to be real people, real existing people. Wild Thing Vaughn from Major League does not count. Rowan Gardner. I was trying to think. What was just his last name from the rookie?
Henry Rowan Gardner.
From Henry Rowan Gardner. Was it Rosenhoopter or whatever they called him though? Like that wouldn't count. But yeah, we're gonna do a mock draft of baseball nicknames. Hold on, there we go. And we're gonna start off in reverse order of how we finished last week. It's a snake draft, so it bounces back. It's gonna go Robert, me, Pat, me, Robert, and exactly like that, back and back again until we have picked 4 people apiece. Robert, why don't you start us off with our mock draft of baseball nicknames?
What I really want to do is take one that Pat would want to get to.
It's a great one. I wouldn't be mad at you for taking that 1-1.
But you know what? I think I'm going to go with the Babe.
Yeah,
The
Babe
Babe?
Ruth. I mean,
Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth. It's Babe Ruth. It's a great pick. George Henry Ruth, for those that don't know, was his real name. His real name was not Babe, so it is a nickname.
That counts. I am going to also go with the same guy, but I'm going to go with the Great Bambino because I think that is a fucking sick ass fucking.
Are we
name.
all
And
just
like,
going to take Babe Ruth nicknames?
You could like we realistically could just do a Babe Ruth
Losses
nickname.
of clout.
I'm gonna go the Great Bambino though.
Okay, I am going to go. I don't think it's gonna make it back to me if I don't take it with one of these. So of course I'm taking Big Poppy.
I really want to just block it and take it.
I would not have been mad at that because it's such a good. I mean, it's Big Poppy. My next one I'm gonna take. God, there's so many good ones here. Just one of the coolest nicknames of all time, Reggie Jackson, Mr. October.
Damn it! Yeah, I was hoping.
Oh, that's such a good nickname, man.
It's like they named like the most clutch time for you.
You gotta earn that shit too, Mr. October.
That's good. That's a good one. It's a good one. I'm gonna go with the Big Unit.
Oh, good one.
Big Unit. Randy Johnson. His last name is Johnson, and Big Unit also sounds like a reference to a big cock. Fucking alpha as shit.
I never put that together. Is that where they got it from?
I don't know, but I'm putting that together now, so we're gonna go with that. And that guy fucking was just like he had the long hair. He pitched for fucking every team by the end of his career, so you rooted for or against him at some point. Yeah, he killed a bird with a pitch. Like he was the Big Unit. That was fucking sick. So yeah, solid nickname for me. Robert, you got two here.
I'm gonna go with La Piña for Yuli.
That's a good
Ligurio.
one. Homer. That's a pander pick too, but it's a good one.
But it is my team, so
yeah,
not exactly. I'm also gonna go with Showtime for Shohei Ohtani.
Okay.
I think
I was like, wait, whose is that? Okay.
Shohei Ohtani.
Shotime. Showtime. That's why I was like, who is Showtime? That took me a second. Okay.
Damn, there's a couple that I did not expect to be on the board still that are here, but I'm gonna go Kung Fu Panda, Pablo Sandoval. Like, so such a fun name.
It is. Fucking robbed of the Red Sox with that contract. He sucked as soon as he signed there, but
yeah, he did. All right, so Pat, your final two picks.
All right, I'm gonna take Pudge. And I guess you got to choose one. The original Pudge was Carlton Fisk, but for me, it was just because Pudge Rodriguez. It was such a perfect nickname for him. I fucking love Pudge.
So which one are you going with?
I'm going.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, Pudge Rodriguez.
Okay.
I think in our era, more people would know him anyway.
Yeah, no, I get you on that. I didn't even have him on my list. I feel stupid.
Right. That's just one of the
Rangers stuff. So like, fuck him.
He's so great though. My last one, just I don't know. See, I hope people don't pick on these like, oh, I don't know that one, so it hurts you. This is just an all-time great one, Oil Can Boyd.
Yeah.
That's an old player. Nobody's gonna know
Dennis
who he is.
Oil Can Boyd.
Maybe some people have heard the name. That's just a great fucking nickname. Oil Can Boyd. Gotta take that one.
Honorable mentions are gonna be fucking.
Oh, we've got some fire ones.
I have three I'm trying to choose between. But I think I'm gonna go with the Crime Dog. As a crime fighter myself, the Crime Dog with Fred McGriff. That guy, poor Fred McGriff just played for the fucking Rays, the Devil Rays, for such a long time, getting nothing. And then he got traded towards the end, but he was such a lovable guy. The Crime Dog. When
people put up those pictures of what player do you think of when you see this logo? And it's the old Devil Rays logo. It's
all him. McGriff. Absolutely.
It's Fred McGriff. That's who I think of.
And then what's his face from The Rookie?
Dennis Quaid.
Fred McGriff and Dennis Quaid. That's who I think of when I see the Devil Rays logo.
Those are the two.
All right, Robert. Final pick of the draft. Who you going with?
When people vote, do you think that they'll be choosing based on the nicknames, or they'll be thinking also the player?
I'm going to put the nickname, and then I'm going to put in parentheses the player's name too. So
I hope they're going for the
there's a
player
picture
or
of
the nickname.
The nickname.
That's what we're drafting here is nicknames.
That's what I hope so too. That's why I'm not sure about this one, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. I'm gonna go Thor.
Thor.
No,
Thor.
Syndergaard.
Noah
Yeah,
Syndergaard.
that's a damn good nickname. Jeez, I'm knocking everything over right now.
Because they had Thor and Batman, didn't they? Like that was their whole thing.
Oh yeah,
for a
Matt
while,
Harvey.
right? Yeah.
Just fizzled
He was
out because he
good.
was doing coke in the clubhouse. But I mean, it's the Mets.
That's
That's
the
what's
Mets
expected.
for you. Yeah. It's the culture that Dale Strawberry put in there. All right. Solid mock draft of baseball nicknames.
That was a
Let's
great
recap.
mock draft.
And we'll get to honorable mentions here in a second, but let's recap everybody's picks. Robert had the Babe, La Pina, Showtime, and Thor. So that's Babe Ruth, Yuli Gurriel, Shohei Ohtani, and Noah Syndergaard. I had the Great Bambino, the Big Unit, Kung Fu Panda, and the Crime Dog. And Pat had Big Poppy, Mr. October, Pudge Rodriguez, and Dennis Oil Can Boyd. Honorable mentions. I was choosing between, for my final pick, where I took Crime Dog. It was between Catfish Hunter. It was really James, and then Shoeless Joe Jackson, just because like Shoeless. Come on, sounds like a Nextdoor. And somebody was writing a fucking report about Shoeless Joe Jackson on Nextdoor for sure.
The first two that popped in my head when we said we were going to do this were Catfish Hunter and Bill Spaceman Lee, who actually struck somebody out at the Savannah Bananas game the other day.
Yeah.
Still out there doing it.
Yeah.
Over the Big Unit, I actually had the Big Hurt.
Frank
Thomas.
Hey,
great name.
Your lady will like it too. I'm talking about fucking fellas and all those.
Then,
Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose.
Charlie Hustle. I'm surprised nobody took the kid. Ken Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey. Well, because I think so many people called him Junior. That was also that was why I didn't even put him on my list.
That's true. We got the Ryan Express.
Ryan Express was good. I almost took I thought it'd be really funny to just do the King of Crap, Sultan of SWAT. Just do all the Babe Ruth ones.
The Babe Ruth ones.
Yeah.
I almost took the Killer Bees, but I didn't think you guys would allow it because that was
you wouldn't have been able to do multiples. I had some Astros. I had Jimmy Wynn, the toy cannon.
Mm-hmm. I almost just took Tuve. Just Tuve, baby.
Who I had Big Puma.
Oh yeah,
that was
Dr.
Smooth.
Cool. Michael Brantley.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was him. The Rocket. A little problematic, but still.
Oh God, how did I not take the Rocket?
Cyclone / Cy Young. Like
there you go.
I thought Cy was just like the guy. I didn't know until today that Cy was not his name. I thought his name was just Cypress Young. Right, it's like, no, they called him the Cyclone. His name was Denton True Young. And they're like, nope, he's Cyclone Young. We're just gonna call him Cy Young.
Ted Kyle Tucker, just because his swing looks like Ted Williams. No, Ted as in Kyle. But then for Ted Williams, the Splinted Splinter, or which I prefer better, just Teddy Ball Game.
Yeah, I had Lou Gehrig. I was gonna take this. I thought about it, but I decided against it because I don't feel like anybody's ever called him this ever in their life. But Lou Gehrig was the Iron Horse, and then he was also Biscuit Pants.
Nobody called him Biscuit Pants.
Lou Biscuit Pants Gehrig.
Apparently, Yogi Berra.
Yeah, Yogi.
His name wasn't Yogi.
It was Lawrence.
Satchel Paige, the Wizard, Ozzie Smith. That was a great one.
Hammer and Hank. I really like a current guy right now, Joey Bats. Jose Bautista. Bats. Just like it just sounds like, oh, yo, Joey Bats. He'll take care of
it. Kyle Seager's nickname on the like when they let them put their own nickname on the back of the jersey, and he just put Corey's brother. That one was great.
Iron Man, Cal Ripken Jr.
See, I came across this one too. They had Sandman for Mariano Rivera. Nobody.
They called him Mo. He was Mo. I didn't even write it down. I was like, he was Mo. He came out to enter Sandman, but like that wasn't what we called him.
I didn't want to pick one of these because he had two, Mad Dog or the Professor for Greg Maddux.
Mad Dog is what I would have gone with. But yeah, the Professor was later on. Chipper Jones from that same Braves team, Larry Jones. And then for a couple of weird ones that I wasn't going to take just for this segment though, only Air Jordan. And then Primetime, Deion Sanders, Jeter, the captain. And then I don't think we can.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah, but it's like the captain is like a lot of people are called the captain. I feel like it was Derek Jeter's thing, but it's like every team has a captain, like a long tenured guy there. But then the D train. How could we forget about Dontrell Willis?
Yeah,
that weird fucking kick he did.
Or what did Poppy say? They called Pedro. What they called him Anaconda or something. Because apparently the dude had just an absolute hammer in his pants.
Kurt Schilling, unhinged.
Was that actually a nickname for him?
No, he's just unhinged, right?
That's true.
I'm talking about now.
Kurt's fucking crazy. Oh my God.
Conspiracy Kurt.
Oh my God. My brother would be so mad at me. Justin Pedroia, the Laser Show.
Yeah.
That was such a good nickname, dude.
Big Mac.
It was one of the few times ever
McGuire.
where somebody like jokingly gave themselves their own nickname and everyone was like, you know what? We're going to allow it this one time.
This is it. This is the winner right here.
Because it's such a good nickname. The fucking Laser Show.
So solid,
this is one of the most fun ones I've had in a long time.
It was a lot of fun. I wish we could have gone like 10 deep if we really wanted to. That's what she said.
That's what she said. Oh!
All right.
Ma'am.
Mock draft of baseball nicknames. We'll put up a graphic on Friday. You guys can vote for it. And we will crown a champion come next week. Then let's move on to the What Would Jesus Do segment, where we ask you guys to throw Jesus in a modern day situation, and we will tell you what he would do. Those bracelets, they always said, what would Jesus do? But they never gave you an answer when you asked the question. So we're going to give you the answer. We're only going to do this segment until you guys stop submitting scenarios. So hit us up on Twitter at Pass the Grade Pod. Use the hashtag PTG WWJD and throw Jesus in a modern day situation that we're going to figure out how he will handle. This is the What Would Jesus Do segment.
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a modern time. If you wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
This week's What Would Jesus Do is from our good buddy David Sanchez at El Sancho 182. Hopefully we'll see you up at the brewery. I know we were hanging out with him last time we did Darling Like a Marlin, but hopefully we'll see David up at the brewery here next weekend. David's at El Sancho 182, and he says, if Jesus had an energy drink, what would it be called and what flavor would it be?
Revive. Something along those lines. Revive, Risen. I think Revive would be it. And as for a flavor, hummus.
The body of Christ.
Bread.
See, I don't know about, I don't, if you've ever had one of those Christ crackers, man, there's no flavor to them at all.
It's the body.
I
think the energy drink is
or
savior.
BOC.
Savior. Save yourself for later because you're gonna have energy. Would be good.
Or just BOC, Blood of Christ, is the name of the drink.
I think body would be a funny.
It could be.
They just call it body since just the body of Christ.
The energy drink is Savior. The like Gatorade version of it or whatever is Revive.
That's a knockoff.
But that's like it's owned by the same company.
Oh, okay.
One of them is like, you're replenishing the electrolytes, drink Revive. And then the flavor for Revive is blue. That's the best flavor. You all know what we're talking about.
Blue,
but for the energy drink,
like a white, like Gatorade white, that like milky white that Gatorade has sometimes.
It's like white cherry.
White cherry. Ooh, yeah, that's a flavor. That's a flavor for sure on the energy drink. White cherry.
No. I mean, energy drinks don't go that flavor though.
They do. This one does. Jesus made it.
Oh, you know what the energy drink flavor would be? It would be Surge. Jesus would bring back the flavor of Surge for his energy drink.
It's just Surge. I think Jordan hit us up a couple weeks ago. It was like, where the fuck can I find Surge? That was like one
I
of
think
his
you can
questions.
find it on Amazon. I don't remember. But yeah, Surge was the goat of energy drinks when you were a kid. It was like Mountain Dew.
Well, because
not
they
even
made
on
it.
steroids.
Yeah, they made you
Mountain
think it
Dew
was
on
just a
jet
soda,
fuel.
though.
Well, it was.
But it was really also.
It was just like sugar.
But but
you can go to surge.com right now and it says it's back.
Oh, what? Hey, Jordan, Surge is back, bro. Surge is back.
Hold on. I'm looking at the find nearby. Where can I find you? Looks like the closest place is inside the loop.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go out of my way to get Surge, but
Walmart on Yale Street.
done. Somebody on
There you
Yale
go.
Street at least. All right. Well, now that's a very, very local ad for Surge for free. But I think it would be Savior would be the name of it. I think white cherry would be a flavor, and then blue.
That's not an energy
cherry and
drink
blue.
flavor though.
Oh, it is. They have like
not.
what is there's those bang ones are just like cupcake pussy.
That's true.
Like, what?
I forgot about those ones. I forgot about those ones. How they have those flavors.
Toddler's birthday party. What does that take? What?
Well, then wait.
Picnic basket.
Wouldn't his energy drink flavor just be wine?
Yeah, it could be.
Just
It'd be
be
body.
grape.
Just grape.
Purple.
Yeah, that's all we got.
It's purple.
It's purple.
That's the flavor. It's purple. Those are the only two colors that have flavors, are blue and purple.
And then white cherry.
But white can also be other flavors too. Sometimes it's
That's
like
true.
that
Well, I don't know.
Glacier Rush.
Powerade. Well, I guess orange is also a name and a flavor.
Oh yeah. Fuck. Just shot down my own theory immediately.
So we sort of answered your question.
We gave you some
Savior,
options.
grape, and then Risen is the Gatorade version. of it.
Revive.
Revive.
And that's
There
blue.
you go. Done. Great
Yeah.
question. Great question. David, hopefully we're gonna see you out there though next week at the I almost wanted to say Spooktacular at the Darling Like a Marlin 2 release. All right, moving on. Let's get to Alamo Remedy CBD, the official sponsor of your Not Cool segment. Maybe you got some anxiety, you don't like flying, you're having trouble sleeping. That is not cool, but what is cool is Alamo Remedy and all of the health and wellness that they can help you achieve when you start taking Alamo Remedy products. I mean, you want to start your day with a little capsule of Alamo Remedy. All you got to do, take that with your morning meds, maybe some tincture oil, just drip that bad boy under your tongue with a little drop a day, and it'll help you with your stress, your anxiety, kind of reduces all of that. Then you could you try the gummies, try a gummy bear if you want to do that one. If you're scared, my mom doesn't like flying, and she took a gummy one time and was like, I didn't mind it at all. This was awesome. My grandma was struggling to sleep at night. Her sleep cycle was off, and we gave her some of the gummies, and she said she fell right to sleep after taking those. So the gummies are some of my favorite. I also like the cucumber melon lotion as well. You can put those on ankles, knees, whatever you got. I felt like I slept weird on my neck the other day. First thing I did the next morning, rub a little bit of that lotion on my neck. Felt better by lunchtime. It was awesome. Alamo Remedy CBD. Use our promo code PTG at checkout, and you're going to get 10% off of your order at alamoremedy.com. Also tag them on Twitter and Instagram at Alamo Remedy and at Alamo Remedy CBD. Let them know you're supporting the people that support the podcast. Alamo Remedy CBD, the official CBD sponsor of Pass the Grade Podcast and the Not Cool segment.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
Also, I just looked it up. Apparently, a lot of Burger Kings are carrying Surge right now. So check your local Burger King.
Surge is the Baja Blast of Burger King right now.
I mean, that'd be a smart marketing strategy.
We're gonna get to some listeners submitted not cools. If you have a not cool that happens to you, just something that makes you say, hey man, that's not cool. Hit us up on Twitter at Pass the Grade Pod. Use the hashtag PTG not cool. That's how we will find them. We're gonna read some of the best ones each week. All right, let's start off with Alexis Garcia at Alexis Texas _ on Twitter. Her not cool this week is she says, went to renew my passport and it takes 10 weeks to get it expedited. Call me crazy, but 2.5 months doesn't seem very expedited. Yeah, Emma and I were looking at passport stuff. We were just trying to get an appointment. And the appointment was like, yeah, maybe we'll be available like end of next month. It was like, just I do not understand. Like, yeah, it's got to be official government documents and shit like that. But like, don't you have printers? Like, I don't understand how hard it is to be like you have to take them a fucking photo of yourself. Like you have to. We went to a Walgreens, had to get our pictures taken for the passport, and then you have to go and find like a post office or wherever else. You have to give them the photo that you took, and then all your information and shit like that. And like, I just don't understand how they're not like, all right, well, we got it. We verified all this. Here you go. Like, you should be able to walk out of a post office with a passport after like a couple of weeks. It should not be 10 weeks to get it expedited, and it shouldn't be as difficult to fucking process.
I don't even understand why you'd want to leave the country at all.
Maybe to go visit another country so you'd appreciate the one you have.
Good answer, sir.
Something to think about right there, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, like, theoretically, I understand why, like, it takes a long time, but an expedited process should not be a month and a half. Like, if you went in there, it was like, what? Okay, what's the unexpedited process? They'd probably be like, yeah, about a month and a half. Like, oh, so there is none. You just say this to piss people off, and they're like, yeah, we're a government agency. We're incompetent.
We do nothing. Our purpose is to slow everything.
We don't like competition, therefore we suck.
I just
Like
it doesn't make any sense. And I understand your frustration. That is a solid not cool, because it's like, I just want to go give you guys all of the information I have. Like, how hard is it? Like, it makes no sense. I'll never understand.
Yeah,
There's probably like one. Is there one person in the world that's in charge of doing passports? Maybe that's it.
I mean,
That's really the only explanation that I can think of. But yeah, solid. Not
that's
cool.
the government.
Alexis, that fucking sucks. This is from Danielle Weston at Danny _ Weston. She says, my Riley got out of the yard and hasn't made her way back home. I'm so close to crying. Yeah, that's terrifying. That's a very scary situation. Your dog getting out and not being able to find her. She sent us a picture of Riley wearing a Pass the Gravy dog hoodie. Looks very cute in it. All the boops in the world. This was on March 30th, and we have not got an update. So please give us an update, Danielle. We're thinking about you. We love you. And hopefully little Riley's home safe with you, and you can play this for Riley. Like, oh, who's the good girl, Riley? What's up? What's up, Riley?
Go Poppers.
Play that for Riley. When Riley returns home. Riley's already home, I'm sure.
I hope so.
Better be. Or else we're gonna start going and looking. But yeah, that is a scary happening anytime a dog gets out and you're like, I don't know where my dog is. Even if like your dog's in the same room as you, like Wheezy will be like lying behind something that she's not normally lying behind. I'm like, where the hell's the dog? She get out. It's like, no, she didn't get out. She hasn't left since like you were here. But I don't know. I panic. You go in panic mode. Next listener, not cool. We got one more for this week. This is Ashley Hammerly at Effin Smashes on Twitter. She's a great follower and she's a great follow on Twitter. I mean, and she's got some fire fucking memes. If you haven't followed her for the memes, you need to. But Ashley says, I went to get the mom car inspected and the fuckers literally pulled a hose out to make the power steering pump start leaking. They're trying to say that it won't pass inspection. I'm so fucking mad. I went to another shop and they passed me, but now I have to get a new fucking hose. Fucking hell. Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, car problems suck fucking balls.
Yeah, Pat, you know all about that. You know
all about it.
But like, so just yank a hose out so then they can be like, oh, you got to get a new one. That's bullshit. And good on you for being like, no, fuck you. Watch this. I'm gonna go somewhere else. You still have to pay for it, but like, at least they don't get the money from it. Should have taken the hose and whipped them with the hose. I'm like, fuck you, stupid.
That's why it's very important. One of the things they say in life is one of the most important relationships you can have is with a good mechanic.
Yeah. That is very true because they'll fuck you. They'll fuck you. And that's some bullshit just trying to intentionally. Like I go like God willing, I only have to go like every year to get my inspection. And it's like I know exactly where to go. Those guys are tight. You're like, here, all right, cool. Like they were like, oh, you need a taillight. I can go get you a taillight from here. We're good to go if you're cool with that. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Like cool dudes in and out. They'll let you like Uber, come back later. They'll just give you a call. Like those guys are cool. But it's like when you don't have cool people like that, you just go into some randos. There's some fuck faces out there. T's and P's, Ashley. Hopefully you found a new hose for a reasonable price. A reasonable price. All right. Who wants to go first? But they're not cool.
I will. Or you want to go, Robert?
Yeah, I mean, mine was just again Brian Cashman. What Brian Cashman said was really just strange to me. It seemed like complaining and I don't know,
Blaming all of his failure on that, and it's like,
We
well, you
would've
do
won if the
realize that
Astros
was
had
only
achieved.
1 week. That was only 1 year. I mean, like, come on. Maybe we've had some time since then.
Maybe your team only scoring 3 runs on the road in 4 games might have had something to do with you guys losing.
Maybe
that
not
series
spending
too,
any
but
money in free agency when you really needed to. Maybe that contributed as well. Maybe not going and solidifying your pitching rotation also contributed. Those are just some other thoughts that come to mind that weren't related to the Astros. But yeah, Brian Cashman's like fucking out there acting like an ass right now. Not making me stoked for this season, for sure.
No.
It's like he's already preparing. Like, well, the Astros, like it's not their fault. You can't say it's their fault anymore.
oh, but we love having Marwin on the team.
They're cool with that.
Like
He wouldn't have done that. Marwin wouldn't have done that.
it's ridiculous.
Okay, solid, not cool. Pat, what's yours?
So Sunday I went to help my coworker move. They were downsizing house. So like the house they were in was like 5,400 square feet, and they're moving into one that's like 21, just because they had bought some property like 2 hours up north. So they're going to move up there in a couple of years. But while they're building the house, they just wanted something smaller to closer to work for her, and he works from home anyway. So just something more manageable, and then they can put more money into what they're building up there. So I'm helping them move on Sunday, and apparently the neighborhood that they were in, that they were moving out of, is the epicenter of all pollen in the world, because my black shoes were yellow by the end of the day, which then I forgot to clean them once I got home because I was tired and I passed out for a couple hours. So then I went to work yesterday and they were still like yellow.
Mm-hmm.
But my car, like every time we did 3 trips of stuff to the new house, every time I came back, like by the end of it, my blue car was yellow. It was just fucking covered in pollen, which I don't really care about. I don't have allergies really. But what really sucked about it is then she comes into work on Monday and tells me that Dexter, her big dog, who I've talked about on here and I've shared pictures of, he's a big, big puppy. His head is the size of mine. She said he was super sad all the next day. I get moving out of the big yard into a smaller yard. She was like crying all night. But she brings him to work a lot of the time too, because so we have like an offsite, like little office area. So I went over there and I played with him and I cheered him up a little bit. But he's a sad buddy right now. He misses his big yard. He doesn't understand what's going on. He's in a different house now.
Your dogs are wild when you move. They're just like, what? All of our stuff is here?
Luckily,
this is here? Okay.
Luckily, every time my parents have moved with the dogs, they've moved into a place with more like yard.
Yeah,
like we moved from Katy to Brookshire that had 2 acres, and then they moved out to 11 acres. So like every time the dog is just like, what, you're giving me more?
There's more space. Okay, we'll run farther.
So
dogs, man.
Yeah, just
Dogs,
seeing Dexter all sad, but I cheered him up. He's my best friend. I love that guy. And then my other one is just I'm waiting for the title to clear on this car at Texas Direct Auto. Shout out Alex's friends, I guess, over there, we'll call it. Yeah.
TDA. Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just waiting for I got to wait for this title to clear before I can buy this car. So it's probably in the next week. It might take like another week and a half, but like just ready to drive a car that doesn't suck.
Mhm. That'd be nice.
Be able to set up fucking Bluetooth in it so I don't have to wear headphones to listen to the podcast on the way into work.
Be living in the future is what you'll be doing.
Also, on the car that I'm driving right now, I think the radio just stopped working on it. Like I can press CD, which by the way, the car doesn't even have a CD player, and the thing will go no CD. I can press satellite, I go no satellite. You hit radio, and it just goes.
Ooh.
It doesn't fucking do anything. But I'm just gonna ignore that until I give the car back to my brother and be like, I don't know. I always have headphones in the car. I didn't know there was no radio.
If it has a CD button, there's got to be a CD player in it.
There's not.
Or maybe
there's
there
not.
might
It's
have
just
been, and they
because
just took it out.
like they just make that console. But my brother, when he got this
Yeah.
car, he got the most stripped down version he possibly could get.
Is it not in the glove box?
No.
I hope
I-
you find one in the glove box. That'd be
I
really
I drove a car that had the CD
fun.
player.
I
in the-
also have
There's
one,
there's
like,
no
in
CD
the
player.
center.
This car has no CD player. Roll up windows, so no power windows, no cruise control. That's the big one that I'm excited for, is finally having cruise control again.
I don't ever use cruise control.
Well, driving out to Fredericksburg, I use that shit all the time. You know,
I
it's
just
a
like I wouldn't pay
three
attention
and a
if I
half
did.
hour drive. Well, it's annoying to have to keep your foot at like an angle for 3 straight hours. You just hit cruise control and you're chilling.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So yeah, I need this title to clear from the previous owner so I can just buy this fucking car.
When I was in college, I had my car, like the radio went out on it, and like you couldn't play anything, and so I just got like a little speaker and just would plug my phone into that and then turn up the volume as loud as I could and just use that as like a radio basically. And it was really stupid, but it worked. Got the job done.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
So those little things, you know, one of these days when you're sitting up in your ivory tower and past the gravy's huge, you're like, I remember when I didn't even have a radio. Kids sit around. We used to not even have the radio in cars.
A few
Kids,
years ago, I drove a
They're
car
on
that
coal.
that didn't have AC and also didn't have radio. So I would bring a Bluetooth speaker and just put it in the passenger seat.
Yep.
But I would also roll down the windows. Like, you know, I was driving to,
So you couldn't hear.
so I couldn't even hear it.
You're
Yeah,
like, huh?
I did that
What's
for like 3 years. For like 3 years, I had no air conditioning, so I had to roll the windows out. And I'm pretty sure it has been a massive detriment to my hearing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Not only having to have the speakers in the car super loud, but just wind going for 20
all
minutes.
those loud noises
each
just
way
competing with
every
each
day.
other.
Like I am gonna be completely deaf in like 4 years. And
Not with this new
That's it.
car. Not with this new car.
well, luckily it hadn't been that way for a little bit now, but
But
yeah,
still,
it was.
you can be sitting pretty with your Bluetooths.
Oh
Love
yeah,
it.
I'm gonna have all my teeth are gonna be blue.
Solid, not cool though.
Thank you.
I don't like to bring in work-related not cools,
Then don't.
but I'm going to. So I'm not gonna name names. And it is nobody on the morning show. I just wanted to point that out. It's somebody that anybody listening does not know.
Just make
I
up a
wanted-
fake name like Jessa or something.
Don't worry about it. But it's so a lot of like my job, I do the morning show. I do a lot of the preparation for the morning show. I do my parts on the morning show. I interact on the morning show. And then after the show's over, one of my responsibilities is, get the podcasting and stuff up. And then I also, like, if Rod or Tessa has a commercial, I will cut that commercial and make sure it gets to the proper people. Now, a commercial was supposed to get to the proper person on Friday. And, I what I do every day at the end of the day is I have all these audio files, and then all the ones I've used, I just delete them because it's like you don't use them again. So I forgot to load one. I forgot to load a commercial in, and they're like, well, hey, we need this. I was like, that's cool. It starts on Monday. Oh no, it doesn't start on Monday. It starts now because they have a proposal due at 5 o'clock that this is an urgent thing for. And it was like, you would have thought that the world was ending. And it was also, I was called at it was 5:56 or 4:56, excuse me, on a Friday. Kind of makes you think somebody maybe waited until the last second to do whatever the proposal was. I was off work. It's my weekend. It was my weekend. And then they were like, well, can you call so-and-so and then also do this and also do this? And can you also call so-and-so and do this? And I was just like, whoa, 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 whoa. This seems like that's something that you should be doing. But the big thing that they didn't understand was I was like, well, if I did have that commercial for you, I would have deleted it because it was with everything else that at the end of the day, I scrub my desktop, I clean it up, and then I just put it in the recycling bin and I click delete. And they're like, well, call so-and-so and see if they can help you delete it or help you get it back. And I was like, I don't understand. I don't know how you don't understand. Like once you put it in a trash bin and you delete it on a computer and you delete trash, like it's gone. That like it's not coming back. We'll call so-and-so and just try and see. It's like, I can call so-and-so and they're going to tell you the exact same, like, why are you calling so-and-so? I don't know. It was a whole thing. And it was somebody waited until the last minute to do something and then put all of the blame on me. And like it was I was like, yeah, I mean, I fucked up, but like, I think everything else was good. I was like, I promise like Monday, like I'll knock this out of the park right away. Like you'll get it the second I can. And it was just like, I mean, did you wait until like, I didn't say it. I was like, did you wait until fucking like 5 o'clock on a Friday before freaking out on me and making it all my fault? Or did you wait until 5 o'clock on a Friday? It's just something that maybe could have been done. And it was just like, oh, it's all my fault. This is all my fault that this is happening now. Okay, cool. I was like, cool. Yeah, I fucked up, but like, it wasn't life or death. Like everything would have been fine until Monday, but it seemed like that. It was just like, you're wasting my Friday now. This is my fucking Friday. I'm not checking emails now. I'm never going to check emails now. So maybe I blocked that person's emails. I don't get them anymore. I didn't.
Maybe you blocked the emails.
I thought about it.
Maybe Frankie Ocho goes and pays him a visit.
Frankie Ocho. Oh, you don't want Frankie Ocho to pay you a visit.
Frankie Ocho and Sammy the Squirrel. They'll show up. They'll ruin your day.
That was a very like boring one to a lot of people because they have no like it was super specific.
I think a lot of people can relate to work people trying to put shit on you when they waited too long.
Yeah, I was like, hey, I'm at home, man. I'm watching Survivor, bro. Like I missed that on Wednesday. I'm catching up. That's that. I'm in Fiji right now. My brain's in Fiji, not at work. It was just like, don't put your shit on me right now. All right.
That's what she said.
That too. And then I posted on Friday as well. I saw somebody that they did the 2 parking spot thing, but it was an interesting take on the taking up 2 spots. They parked in between, like they drove in the middle of 2, not side by side, but not horizontal. What is the other one?
Perpendicular.
Vertical.
Yeah.
They were like vertically in 2 spots. And it was just like, all right. This is cool. And I almost got caught taking the picture too, but I just had to like pretend I wasn't doing that because I got out.
You're just big, yeah, I'm taking a picture of you because you park like a dickhead.
Yeah, but it's like you don't know who has got a gun now.
My buddy sent me a TikTok. I think it was yesterday. Did I forward it to you guys? I'm shocked if I didn't. It was somebody parked 2 spots, like the center lane, the dividing lane is dead center of their car, and it's an apartment complex in covered parking. So like that's extra dickhead to do.
Yeah.
And what they did was it appears that they took bags of dog shit and smeared shit all over their window. And then took a piece of paper and wrote, way to park like an asshole, and like stuck that into the dog shit on the window. And then you show like the camera pans around, they walk to the side, and on the door handle seems to be another bag of dog shit, like stuck inside of the driver's side door handle. I was like, yeah, that's just.
That's a lot of just punishment. That is a lot of using shit as like a tool, though, and I don't really want to do that.
No, I get it. It's they were doing a little extra.
So you still have to like paint with shit.
Well, they weren't painting. They're just like, I'm guessing that they grabbed the bag, flipped it inside out, so the shit is smeared, and then just kind of like wax on, wax off.
But it's like the stuff about doing that with like to people's cars. Like people are so weird about their cars, and it's like,
don't park like a dickhead.
But you look like even if it is somebody taking up 2 spots, like there's no way you don't look like a giant asshole to anybody that sees you in the parking lot putting shit on another person's car. No matter how just your reasoning is, they're gonna be like, look at that fucking weirdo putting shit on cars in the parking lot.
If I walked by and saw it, I'd be like, I respect you because you have the balls to do what I don't.
But they don't. That doesn't register like, oh, he's doing a good deed. They're just like, that's the guy that puts shit on people's cars.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong.
Like, no matter that it was,
I'm in the minority on thinking this guy's in the right and celebrating him for what he's doing.
I mean, I think he's in the right, but it's like you can't do it really and get away with it.
Well, that's why I said and celebrating him for what he's doing. I don't think he's even I don't even think that guy is a 1% asshole. If you didn't park definitely like a complete dickhead,
definitely percentage of an asshole for sure.
But I get that, and I understand that I have a much higher asshole threshold than most people.
Yeah.
But it's just if you're gonna park dead center of covered parking at an apartment complex where there's only so few covered parking, you deserve what you get. Now, actual damage to property and like damage to the car, like breaking a taillight or like stabbing tires, I think that's going too far. But just smearing shit all over it, okay, fair game.
Yeah, the cart and the zip tie thing was like the perfect justice to me, where it's like inconvenience but doesn't vandalize anything, and that's what I'm all about.
I mean, as long as it doesn't swing around and kind of dent it, but like, I don't think there's too much of a problem. It can't get if it's zip tied to it, it can't get that much of a run and start.
Yeah, and like when I put the carts behind people's cars that didn't put them up, and then they get out, and like I'm like, oh yeah, that sucks. Like I'm just glad that it happened to you, whose cart that was, instead of somebody else who like puts their cart up and stuff like that. And that kind of is like, yes, that was an asshole move, but also if we just put it in that thing, then it's probably not here.
Completely justified.
Trying to help out.
There's a lot of people that say that you're a fucking asshole for that. I also say,
and I agree to a degree. Asshole. Yeah,
0% asshole. Just don't park like an asshole. Don't be an asshole. Put away your carts. It's not a hard concept. Like unless you're physically disabled or old as fuck, put away your carts.
Mm-hmm.
That's the rules.
And then also I saw a very able-bodied woman that like asked the bagger guy to take her cart to the car, and like she didn't even have like a remotely full cart or like anything super heavy in it.
She better tip the kid or the guy.
Oh, I don't know, but really like maybe I mean I saw her walking around the store. She didn't seem disabled. I don't want to judge somebody like that, but I am for the sake of this podcast. That's the cross that I bear. I have to judge people. Sorry. But what really was not cool to me is that then I had to bag my groceries. So I was kind of like, fuck. No, but that like, guy, I'm next.
Push your own cart more groceries around the store.
Come on. That was my whole thing. I was like, you had like maybe there was like a small bag of dog food, but it was like, I mean, it seems like there's nothing heavy. There's like 4 or 5 bags.
Maybe they're having a secret affair.
Maybe.
So that was
the code. That was the code. But what I was like, I mean, it was not cool. I guess like I hope that guy got the tip, but it was not cool for me. It was just to be like, fuck, I gotta go do this. And there's nothing worse than like when they're like they're short a bagger or whatever, and you're helping bag stuff, and then the cashier has to like also do that, and you can tell that they're like, fucking come on, dude, just get your shit together. It's like I am trying to bag my thing. I am not a professional bagger.
I'm an amateur at best.
And then you're holding people up and you're like, okay, do I pay? Can I also bag and pay? Do I just leave you alone to bag while I pay? Do I bag, then I pay? What is the process? What is the process of this? I don't know. So fuck that lady for making that dude leave and not giving me a bagger. That also was a minor inconvenience that I suffered. Moving on. Let's get to the answers segment, brought to you this week by Little M Shop. That way, you got a stinky car, you got some answers with a Little M air freshener. Hate to be the one to tell you this, but your car stinks. It's true. It smells like old food with a touch of mildew. Don't worry, though. We've got a solution for you. Little M air fresheners They're going to make your car ride. They're going to make your ride smell amazing without harsh chemicals or overpowering fumes. And they're also going to just mask all those other little smells you have there. Maybe you're partaking in a little extracurricular activity in your car. You need something to wipe away the smell. Little air fresheners. They'll get the job done. They are the real deal. They're also available in singles, 2 or 4 packs. If you use the promo code PTG69, you're going to get 10% off your order. That's promo code PTG69 at littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. You can't talk about how you support small businesses without supporting small businesses. Pat, your car smells. All right. We're just going to come on and say it. Your car smells.
I mean, yeah,
Robert
I'm
and
sure
I-
it does. I'm inside of
This
it
is an-
every day.
This is an intervention. Your car smells. Get a little air freshener, littlemshop.com.
It is
code
time for me to
PTG.
replace mine now that you mention it. Yeah.
Yeah. Promo code PTG69 at checkout. You get 10% off. You're at littlemshop.com. Give a follow on Twitter at littlemtweets and on Instagram at littlemshop. Littlemshop.com, the official sponsor of the Answers segment that begins now.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
If you'd like to submit an Answers question to us, hit us up on Twitter at Pass the Pod. I am at Alex J. Middleton. Pat's at not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Use the hashtag PTG Answers. That's how we get to them first. We also do accept emails, but it sometimes is weeks in between me checking our emails. And then you can hit us up there, answers at passthegreatpod.com. But we do check Twitter first, so please go directly to Twitter if you want to get your scene at passthegreatpod, hashtag PTG Answers. Our first question this week comes from our podcast son, Skylar Lester.
Oh my God, Skylar!
At OMG, it's Skylar on Twitter. And Skylar says, is it the ability to love that makes us human, or the ability to select all images that contain airplanes in the CAPTCHA?
I mean,
I would
it's
s-
definitely
I would
between. If
say
those are the two
love.
options, it's the CAPTCHA. Are you kidding me? You telling me dogs can't feel love?
Yeah, so I was just, dogs really overruled a lot of that, because it's like dogs can also love and they're not human. But they act like a bunch of humans. They're like little baby humans, don't they? Sometimes you think he's the person.
You tell me your sugar glider didn't love you?
Oh, he loved me.
There you go.
I can feel it. I
Love
can
is
feel
not
it.
just a human trait.
It's the
Dolphins
CAPTCHA.
love.
It is the CAPTCHA. Although, like, they do, like, that's, I'm sure it's already everybody's bit where it's like, so I can't always tell where there's a crosswalk. I don't know if it's a chimney or just a pole. What's this? What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, just hit skip until the next one, then, guys. It's not.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I would say the CAPTCHAs are what makes us human.
Okay.
Solid,
Yeah.
solid question. Alexis Garcia at Alexis Texas _ on Twitter says, are nachos just tortilla chip salad?
Sorry, that's a beautiful sound. I needed to hear it.
I mean, there's like taco salad, which is kind of tortilla chip salad, but that's also
it's not.
like lettuce and stuff. I think nachos are sort of tortilla chip salad. You have all the other stuff on top of it. Like, you can fix up your salad however you want, but nachos
think
are
for-
like in a salad if they're in the little box that you get them in, you know?
A lot of time, nachos don't have any sort of lettuce on it, though.
But you don't always have, a lot of people don't like nachos with lettuce.
That's what I'm saying.
Or
But like,
maybe
for it to be
maybe
the
you don't want a salad with lettuce. You want a meat salad.
Now, I know there are salads without lettuce before anybody jumps in there, but like, if you're going to call it a tortilla chip salad, you got to have the lettuce on there. So no, nachos
no.
are not.
What you're
Nachos
missing
are its
here
own thing.
is when they're like, hey, you're not, it's there when people are saying like, hey, you got to eat healthy. You're like, I'm having a salad. Like, I think we rule in favor of, yes, nachos or tortilla chip salad. So you're like, yeah, I had a salad today. And it's like, no, Alex just had nachos. I just watched him. No, I ate a salad. Like, yes,
Robert's
nachos or
bullying me.
tortilla chip salad. If you're watching the video version, YouTube, Pass the Great podcast, go watch this week's podcast there. You'll see what Robert has posted on his microphone to Pat. But yeah, no, I think that we have to say that it is tortilla chip salad, just so then you can justify eating a salad by eating nachos.
Oh, if you're gonna call it that, it has to have either
Because that changes a whole set of other rules.
You can't just do plain nachos and be like, it's a salad. No, you got to have like salsa as the dressing, or like guac
Cheese.
and sour cream
Cheese
as
is
the
the
dressing.
dressing.
No, not just cheese. You got to have some sort of. You got to either have salsa or guac or sour cream or some combination of them as the dressing for it to qualify as salad.
Yeah, and I think if you had to say all that, then the answer is no. It's
No,
not.
it is though. But I like no.
Well, because I'm trying to think like I'm trying to give
away
away like
eating
tuna
nachos as
salad. Tuna salad doesn't have any, lettuce in it. Pasta salad doesn't have any lettuce in it. It's its own thing. God, I hate to be a party pooper. I'm back on no. I just can't get over it. I'm with
Fuck you
Robert.
guys. All right, fine. When I go on my salad eating binge and I'm eating nachos every day, I'm still counting it as a salad.
You're gonna stop eating crawfish and you're gonna go on a salad a week.
Crawfish
kick.
nachos, maybe.
By the way, my coworker brought some crawfish by work the other day, and I peeled a bunch of them and threw them on a Caesar salad with some bacon in it too. Crawfish salad, super dope.
Crawfish salad.
Super
the
dope.
thing. That's the thing. What do we got next? Brandon Whitehead at Brando Whitehead on Twitter says, what do you call the male version of a groupie? I wrote down a couple of ideas. Grouper.
No.
Grupo, because Emma and I have agreed on, pre-wife, pre-husband and everything. But like when people say like, oh, it's your fiance, Emma likes to correct people like, no, it's my fiance. She puts like just throw the O on it, give it like the male pronunciation. So Grupo. I'd like to
It
say
can't be
Grupo.
grouper.
He's a Grupo.
Because a grouper is technically the one being grouped on by the groupie.
What about a Groupon? He hangs on to groupies so he can get back there.
Well, no, that's somebody who's grouping a groupie would be a group on. You got
What if you're using a groupie to also be a groupie?
I mean, okay, what do groupies do? They fuck the band.
Or they just hang out with the band.
Gotta fuck the band.
They
Now,
hang
if
out.
you're
Maybe solve-
a guy
maybe they
and
do
you're
the
able,
Wordle every day.
if you're a guy and you're able to just get backstage and fuck the hot lead singer, male or female, you're a stud. That's what a male groupie is. You're a badass.
You're Grupo.
If
You're
you're able
Grupo.
to just get backstage and fuck Taylor Swift, good on you.
I like Grupo.
I'll also accept Grupo.
I'm on board.
So Grupo. All right. Good.
A
Great
badass
question.
is what I would
Great
say.
question, Brandon. All right. Danielle Weston at Danny_Weston says, if you had to eat a cartoon character, who would you eat? This is a
First
tough
one that popped in my head was Tweety Bird, just because I feel like there'd be a quail consistency there.
No, I think there's
I don't
two
want-
easy answers here. It's Porky Pig or Foghorn Leghorn. Like, because it's
I
like
mean-
you're not like, oh, hey, look at this fucking weirdo eating, like, if you were eating
So you got pork and chicken there. If you want to go a
eating
little
Tweety Bird, it's like
classier,
that's unnecessary. But
you
it's
could
like,
also go
yeah,
Donald or Daffy Duck.
yeah,
Duck is good.
right. I'm not a big duck guy myself. Like Bugs Bunny, Jessica Rabbit, maybe different kinds of eating, if you know what I'm talking about.
Pussy.
But also you could just eat her as well. Either or.
That's cannibalism, though.
She wasn't a person though. She was a rabbit.
No, she wasn't. Jessica Rabbit was married to Roger Rabbit, but she was a person.
Fuck, you're right.
Stupid.
Didn't she start out as a rabbit though?
Nope.
Fuck, what am I
You're doing like a reverse Shrek thing in your head here.
That's probably exactly what it is. Donkey. I'm Donkey.
Donkey.
Shrek. Donkey.
Ooh, the Three Little Pigs.
Well, that's, I think, Porky Pig. Like, and also, like, are we talking like the group out of us three? Like, because Yogi Bear would be solid. I mean, Yogi Bear eats a lot of picnic
Ooh,
baskets. He eats a lot of
bear.
picnics. So, like, he probably tastes good. And that would feed all three of us. Porky Pig, though, I think is the easiest answer, followed by Foghorn Leghorn, because it's like, pork, chicken, easy.
Yeah, I'd probably go Porky Pig. I'm very famously pro eating pig.
Bacon. It's bacon.
Yeah, I love bacon.
So Porky Pig would be the cartoon character we would eat.
You, Robert?
What about Elsie, the cow, the mascot for Borden, the milk company?
That's a good one.
Yeah. I guess she was a cartoon. I didn't think about that one.
Joe
Seemed more
Camel.
like he's just gonna taste like cigarettes.
According to Jackie Chan, camel hump is delicious.
Yeah, but like a camel has been smoking his whole life, probably doesn't taste as good.
I haven't seen him in 20 years. Okay, he stopped smoking.
I don't think so. I think he just hid,
He's just
He's just
smoking
laying
in his
low.
basement.
Just lay low. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think those
Porky
are good
Pig, though.
answers.
Porky Pig is what I would go with.
Or Elsie.
Great question. Great question, Danielle.
we're trying to kill a
Luke
woman.
Soin. I got two email questions we're gonna wrap up with. Luke Soin writes in, haven't heard from him in a minute, but he says LeBron James versus David Koresh. Who you got?
And how are we? Who do we like more? Who do we think would win in a fight?
No, I'm as confused with that as well. I mean,
A fight, it's
For those of-
LeBron.
for those of you that don't know, David Koresh was the leader of the Branch Davidians, the Waco cult that eventually died because of a fire.
Who
you can go
allegedly
do all the research on that if you'd like to. But LeBron James he's the worst, and he's kind of a little bitch. I mean, did you see that this is a must-win game for his team? And his widow ankle can't even go tonight. Like, you think he's gonna fucking beat a man of God? He's gonna beat a man of God. Like,
I mean,
David Koresh had the Lord allegedly. He also had a group of followers that are going to make sure that he is not harmed.
He also
Unless,
fucked underage girls.
Which we don't condone. But I'm saying
Now,
a fight. He had followers. You take people with followers, like LeBron James is just gonna limp over with his ankle. He's gonna flop the second that anything
LeBron would
happens
kill
to
all
him.
of them in a fight.
I don't think so. I think LeBron loses.
Basically, what we're going here is LeBron James, who has done massive amounts of things for charity, but is just the most insufferable douche of all time.
Okay.
Or
This is
David
assuming
Koresh, a
we
cult
are
leader,
just
let me
not
finish.
recognizing LeBron's charitable work.
Hold on. I'm gonna give both sides to both sides. David Koresh, cult leader, fucked underage girls, got a bunch of people to kill themselves, but on the pro side, got a bunch of stupid people to kill themselves.
Didn't get a bunch of people to kill themselves. I guess, yeah, at the end, yeah.
Also helped
But
expose
it wasn't a
how
suicide. It was just they
ineffective,
believed in God.
how
Believed in him as God.
helped expose how ineffective and stupid the ATF is as a government agency that should not exist. You got to put that in the plus column for him. Who do we got? Who do I like more? I mean, I don't think I want to say it, but exposing government lies, insufferable douche.
So being, bad guy. Yeah,
David Koresh is the worst guy, of course.
David Koresh is a worse guy. But
LeBron James is a bigger douchebag.
I'm not gonna pick LeBron James.
I don't really want to pick David Koresh.
That's why I don't want to pick David Koresh either.
Fucked underage girls, pretty big no.
Right. So we're gonna
But then
throw out
LeBron
that
James,
part. We're gonna throw out that part for David Koresh, and we're also gonna throw out LeBron's charitable work. Seems about even.
So then we still have LeBron writing letters to 17-year-olds himself.
Like the best thing that LeBron did and the worst part of David Koresh.
Hold on.
We're throwing those out, but it's even.
David Koresh doesn't hashtag everything with 47 hashtags and King Rising.
He didn't have Twitter. He would have.
He
would
didn't
have.
do it.
David,
He didn't do it.
David Koresh would have figured out Twitter and he would have fucking loved it.
I don't think
he would have been on Twitter all the time.
I don't know. I think he would have been smart enough to not be on Twitter because that would help expose him. He'd probably try and be under the radar. I think what we're talking about here is that we hate LeBron James so much. We're trying to figure out a way to side with a psychopath.
Yeah. It's LeBron. LeBron would win between them.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it, but he would.
Yeah, I'm not choosing David Koresh, but like, I hate you for making me choose LeBron James.
It's a great question, though. Like
Thank you for
LeBron
giving
ver-
us a
LeBron versus
platform and an
Koresh.
excuse to compare LeBron to David Koresh and just talk about how much of a douchebag LeBron James is.
Okay, LeBron versus David Koresh in a cooking show.
Oh, Koresh is going to win because LeBron's going to just get hammered off of the drinking wine.
He
Or
was
the
drinking
cooking wine.
Yeah, yeah.
He's going to
Okay.
get hammered and set something on fire.
I mean,
David
if it was
Koresh will just be
music-
cooking, and then the ATF will come along and set the kitchen on fire.
it's a music competition. David Koresh, because he was in a band.
Yeah, and
Church band.
LeBron would just like hire Drake, and that doesn't count.
That you don't. Yeah, you don't get to hire your friends. Instagram congratulating themselves on anything
LeBron,
would definitely be LeBron.
runaway LeBron.
Whining a lot about everything. That's a close one. Who would whine the most? I think that Koresh would be more of a martyr. He would play that role. He likes playing that role. Like this is what I was sent here to do.
He goes on the offensive. LeBron just finds ways to blame his teammate.
Yeah, like
So
Koresh
whining
goes
is going
like
to be LeBron.
he goes way
Better
too
team
far as a
player.
martyr. Where he's like, we should all just die in this fire. And you're like, no. No,
Well, hold
that's
on.
not what anybody wants. But like LeBron's like, guys, let's fire the coach. It's his fault. Definitely not my fault for missing games and not being there for my team.
Better team player, though. Koresh died with all of his followers. LeBron James changes teams and then just looks around and goes, 80% of you guys aren't going to be here next year. This is my shit now.
Yeah, Koresh was absolutely a better teammate. Ball
Yeah.
handler, LeBron James. I give him that.
Person. I hate to say it, but LeBron James, which I think
Charitable
is what
work,
this boils down to.
LeBron James. We'll give him that,
Yes.
even though we initially said that wasn't admissible as evidence. But
Better hair, David Koresh.
David Koresh,
Yeah.
way better hair.
Yeah.
Way better hair. Yeah. All right. It's
Yeah.
just so there's just some examples. Let's make that a thing. Put two people that don't make sense together. And I liked going through all of
Just
that.
annoying people and then bad people. And we just put them
Because he could
side
not
by
have picked
side.
yeah, we had the Branch Gravidians, which was like the cool version.
Next
and we
week,
did
we're
all
going
the
to do
cool
Jimmy
stuff.
Kimmel and Coney.
That was our cult. Osama bin Laden and Bugs Bunny. Go.
Whoa, okay. You go a little far with Osama. Probably went a little far with Coney, to be honest with you.
Vladimir Putin and Naomi Osaka.
We'll just keep it with two annoying people next week. Next week it's gonna be Jimmy Kimmel and Barbara Streisand.
Anybody against Nancy Grace, it's just like whoever else. Like Hitler and Nancy Grace are like, I don't know.
Well, they both did keep extensive stats and facts.
They did. And they were both wrong.
They were both wrong.
They were both proven wrong. I think Nancy's a little bit, I mean, the whole Holocaust thing, I think that gives it to Nancy.
I think we can
But-
move on.
Yeah. See, let's get some more of those convos going, fellas.
Dude, seriously, guys, please send us comparisons of just like annoying people and bad people. And
That'll be like
to shit
that'll
on both
just
of
be
them.
our answer segment next week. We'll just be like so and so versus so and so. Go.
Debate of the week.
And then also, if you want to give us like three scenarios that they may find themselves in,
And
that's how
don't-
we can compare.
Don't
them.
say who was worse, who was this. Just say who you got.
that was the
is a
best.
pretty
The way
fucking wide
that he worded it was LeBron versus David Koresh. Who you got? All right. Last one from our girl Cassie J, the Squatch God. Haven't heard from her in a minute, but she says, would you rather add 3 inches to your butt crack or remove 3 inches from your butt crack?
Remove. I have a
You would remove.
fat. I've got I don't have a fat ass. I've got a big ass. Like if I stand sideways, I got Hank Hill butt. My back just keeps going and that's my ass. But I'm a large person, so I've got a lot of it. Ooh,
Yeah,
but that means
but like, what
Yeah,
if
no,
it was
but-
the opposite? Like, what if it was the bottom part of the crack and not the top part? Because if you could pick the top part of the crack, absolutely. But it was the bottom part
my
of the
crack
crack. Like, wait,
sticks out a
what?
lot. I was gonna say like
Yeah.
I can't add. My butt crack is out too much as is, and I definitely don't want my butt crack getting 3 inches longer on the bottom.
Well, yeah.
And if it goes up top, then I've got like my spine has ass crack on it at that point.
Yeah, you want less ass crack. I think.
Yeah.
You gotta have less. Now my butt is gonna look extra weird. It already doesn't look good though. So I mean, what are we
But
talking?
if
We're
you get
splitting
lucky and
hairs.
it's the top part, then yeah, you don't get the plumber's butt.
Yeah, I just
And
get
that's
more
really
of
what
Hank
you
Hill
would
butt.
hope
We're
to
like, dude, your ass is tiny and it doesn't fit your body at all. Like, yeah, I'm a fucking train wreck.
Hey, you know what? Only God can judge me. David Koresh taught me that.
Are you sure that wasn't a LeBron hashtag?
It might have been a LeBron hashtag. Only the king can judge me.
Someone made fun of his bald spot and he was like, only God can judge me.
Also, I'm going to judge everybody else, my coach and my teammates. Fuck LeBron. All right.
He's such an asshole.
So it was unanimous. We would rather remove 3 inches from our butt crack as
Yes.
opposed to.
Yeah.
All right. Great question. Good to hear from you, Cassie J. Solid crop of answers, questions, everybody. If you have any for us, hashtag PTG answers to @PassGreatPod. On Twitter, give us the follow @PassGreatPod. I'm at Alex J. Milton. Pat's at not Pat Dion. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Do not forget to mark your calendars for next Saturday, April 16th, out at Southern Star Brewing Company. We're going to have Darlin' Like a Marlin 2, Electric Boogaloo, the beer release. We're going to have a live podcast, 3 bands. It's going to be a ton of fun. We're going to definitely talk more about that next week on the podcast. Robert has a podcast, A Recent Study Suggests. You can listen to new episodes of that every Monday. And yeah, you'll talk about clutter this week, right?
Yes. Talked about clutter.
Getting rid of clutter. And
Mhm.
yeah, Robert is not the clutter guy. It doesn't
No,
seem-
I'm not the clutter guy.
I can tell. Look at the plants behind you. But like,
There are a
that's
lot of
good
them.
clutter. It's good clutter. Listen to the episode, hear more about.
If I
all
panned my
of-
camera around my room right now, Robert
Oh yeah,
have a
you would
panic
lose.
attack.
Yeah, you would.
No,
lose.
Robert would have a panic attack. He would be like, Jesus Christ, Pat, grow the fuck up.
But Recent Study suggests add a Recent Study pod, Twitter, Instagram, like them on Facebook as well. And then I did the Clear It Big Blue podcast. We did an episode yesterday with me and Mike Fish. We recapped West Ham's win over Everton. They're starting their Europa League quarterfinals campaign. They're about to win it all, and we got into that. And then we also talked about how Daniel Jones is about to fuck up the rest of the league next year. So Clear It Big Blue podcast at CBB Pod on Twitter and Instagram there. And yeah, we're excited to see everybody at the golf tournament tomorrow. Thank you guys for the two of you guys for recording early this week. And yeah, give us a 5-star review on Spotify, iHeart Radio, iTunes, wherever you're listening to this podcast. Share us with a friend, help the podcast grow. The Gravy Gang can take over the world. Anybody else got anything else? Go baseball. Pat, your car smells.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Robert said.
Go Stros, go Sox, fuck the Yankees, fuck the Dodgers.
Oh, like every team. I'm Pat.
like two teams.
Baseball. Baseball's back, baby. All right. Have a good one. And until we talk to you guys next time, pass the gravy. You bitches!
Shorty got the apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur.